everybody, and welcome back. We are here again with Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly. I'm using he and him as my pronouns, and folks, I am really surprisingly awake after a long weekend of Extra Life where we ran and played 14 games for the Children's Miracle Network. So this year we're at what, $13,000 that we've raised. So I just want to say before we begin, a big thank you to everyone who donated and came out and watched. We had a really solid viewership all weekend. We had a lot of great interaction. We had a lot of great games. So a big thank you to everybody who came out. Thank you to all of the players, both from Dork Tales and from the greater tabletop community who came and played with us. Those episodes are on VOD on Twitch right now. They're in huge chunks, so you'll have to like skip through them to get to what you want. But they'll also be going up on YouTube in the next couple of weeks, and I hope you enjoy them. Besides that, I'm feeling pretty darn good as we head back into Phandelver. We all rallied and decided not to take a night off, which is pretty good. And we might be doing some more Extra Life stuff before the end of the year. I'll let you know about that later once it's confirmed, though. So with that in mind, before we continue any further, we should probably introduce the cast. If this is your first time here, you got about 5 episodes you should go watch. Maybe 6 if you want to watch the episode 0. But let's get caught up, starting with Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I get to play Ellasandra Celeste Martine Baraquel, our ASMR paladin. Oath of the Watcher. I was like, all right, let me get all of this right. Keep wanting to say human, but she is not.
She's not. She's not human. All right, over to Caitlan.
Hello, I'm Caitlan. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Anthea Briarfoot, the halfling artificer alchemist of the group.
You're finally an alchemist. You finally went to school.
An alchemist! I finally did the thing. So super excited to lean even more into the alchemy aspect of artificer, but also just to tinker with crap, because that's what I do, apparently.
That's awesome. You know what else is awesome? Amy's awesome. Hi, Amy.
Hi, that's me. I'm Amy. My pronouns are she, her, they, them, and I am playing Lyric, the Tiefling College of Creation Bard. Also she, her.
Thanks. Anything you want to say, Amy?
I'm tired, and I'm kind of very entertained by just how popular my werewolf from last night's game was.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah.
All right. You know what else is great? Christa. Hey, Christa.
Hello, how's it going? I'm Christa. I use she, they, or her, them pronouns, and I am playing Carmilla Alizarin, our Dampier Fighter Battle Master.
What? You're always going to be a champion in my heart, though.
Aw, shucks.
You know, right there with all the cholesterol. And finally, other things inside of my heart, it's Chris. What do you think I was going to say? Other things with high cholesterol? Like...
I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to go like, hi, I'm Chris. I'm a Sagittarius, like long walks on the beach. And I am playing Sindri, our half-elven monk. My pronouns are he or they. Sindri is a him kind of guy. I am a Southern State on traditional K-Cat territories and Coast Salish territory. And I am so stoked to be here tonight. We rallied. We did it.
We did it. We recovered. We took that short rest. We got one more short rest before we have to long rest, according to Baldur's Gate rules.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You get 2.
You get 2. You get 2. Oh, and what's wrong with being inside my heart, Chris? It's the cheapest real estate in Vancouver.
Oh, truly. You can be my sweet tauntaun. I'll just crawl inside you. It's fine. Good
night, everybody.
I am a Way of the Ascendant Dragon Monk now. So.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice. Fancy. All right. So, folks, before we begin, I think that it is advantageous for me to let you know that it's getting cold outside, and that can be fixed with a nice hot cup of tea, like tea you can get from our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games. That's right, Bookwyrm Games has their own brand of tea, and they have a bunch of new flavors that are up there right now. You should definitely go check them out, buy some tea, and while you're there, get some dice. You could put them in your tea. I don't know why you would, but you can. There are more than 170 different types of dice at Bookwyrm Games.
The candy ones are sugar.
What are those?
They're the edible ones.
Are those the edible ones?
ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can actually like see the numbers and everything on them too.
You can't because the green screen's killing
They're
them, but
very
like
tasty.
it's fair.
Oh, bugger.
Anyway, Bookwyrm Games is a fantastic
Horrible
sponsor.
weekend.
They've been there for us, and they should be there for you as well. Your Bookwyrm Games dice, familiars, tea, playmats, and more are going to get you through those cold nights playing D&D by candlelight around the table with your friends, players, and potentially enemies. I don't know who you play with. And hey, pretty soon you can even buy that table at Bookwyrm Games. Not only that, but you can save 10% off. That's not 10% off the table. That's 10% off the price of the table, which is the ideal way to do it, by using code DorkTales. A big thank you to Bookwyrm
Unless you and
Games.
all of your friends are really short, in which case take 10% off the table.
Yeah, or take more. You could do it Seiza style, like, like on your futon and like, get it on your tatami mats in Japan.
Heater underneath it.
That's right. Oh, so yeah, go to bookwormgames.com and
The
request the
heater.
Japanese style table with the heater.
Just have a kotatsu.
Yep,
Can you
get the
make one?
kotatsu. They'll
want
do
one
it.
so bad.
Hey, Bookworm Games.
I want so
Hey,
bad.
Bookworm Games.
I would absolutely do that.
And if coffee is more of your thing, I would also like to suggest Bones Coffee, where they have a bunch of new holiday flavors right now. Save 20% with code DorkTales if you go to Bones Coffee, and you can get things like they have a new sugar cookie flavor and a Nutcracker's Revenge flavor, which is chestnut. Yeah, roasted chestnut flavor, because they're evil coffee scientists, and that's what they do. Anyway, that's what I got. Folks, besides that, we've got a ton of stuff that is coming your way real soon. I'm just going to give you a quick look. This week, we are recording another episode of Hunter the Vigil Summons, our supernatural legal drama. I can't believe we actually are making a supernatural procedural legal drama. And that is going up on our Patreon very soon. You have a lot of the episodes up on YouTube right now to enjoy. But we also have a bunch of stuff that is hitting Patreon this month, such as the first act of Alien Destroyer of Worlds is going to start coming up this month. Dork Tales, the podcast, or Dork Pod, episode 2 is going up this week, as is a conversation piece between me and Kel from up the road talking about serial killers, which is just a little bit late, but Extra Life sapped my will to live for a few days, and even more. So if you want to get early access to that and directly support the channel, go to Patreon and sign up, because it really does make a big difference, and I really do appreciate it. Besides that, does anybody else have anything they need to say before we begin? All
Y'all are
right.
trippers for getting through Extra Life and then coming and doing this. And thank you everyone for also being troopers and coming watching more after spending an entire weekend watching our faces.
It's true. I would always come hang out with you though, Christa. Right?
Aw, shucks.
Aw, shucks. All right, so folks, let's head into Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk, here on Dork Tales. Last time on Phandelver and Below, you and the rest of the party, I'm talking to you specifically, whoever thinks that I'm talking to them, descended beneath Tressendor Manor. You fought your way through, making actually pretty quick work of most of the bandits, ruffians, and even skeletons that inhabited that dank dungeon. However, after fighting your way through, you were unable to capture Glassstaff, who was revealed to be Iarno Albrecht, a friend of Sildar Hallwinter's, who had said that he was intending to meet during your travel down to the south. However, Glassstaff escaped and is on the run presently. However, not all was lost. While you were there, you were able to take out the large force of Redbrands. You were able to seize most of their stolen property, even a couple of things that were potentially quite advantageous to your future, like a potion of invisibility, and were even able to rescue a family, or at least most of it. Although the parental figure, the father figure, was murdered, the mother and her 2 children were saved and are presently with you there in the bowels of Tressendor Manor, which is where we are going to pick up our tale. Shortly before this, Carmilla, you leaned in where everyone was doing their alchemy and said, "Hey, perhaps we should get going," or something like that. And
Whoever said blah, blah, blah.
Oh, you said blah, blah, blah. Of course, you always blah, blah, blah. You decided to head out from there. And my God, that's a lot of Hurt the Moors the chat just bought.
not the chat. Robin.
Oh, it's just Robin.
It's just
Okay, hold on.
Robin.
I'm getting more dice. I need more dice to track this.
Robin, you're not allowed to not be in games anymore because this is what happens. I'm already
tell her
rolling
that. She'll
exclusively
take it
ones.
seriously.
No, Robin needs to sleep and rest and have days off.
Never.
Or Robin needs to be in more games so she can't buy Hurt Them More for us while we're playing with her.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that
Well, I
5
mean,
Hurt
she's
Them Mores or
playing
6?
Guild Wars.
Well, you know what?
Oh.
I'm not too fussed because I'm just going to wait to the next one she's in that I'm not in and start dropping
Okay.
these
Yeah,
every
that's what
single
I-
game with my
Yeah.
291,000 points.
Whoa, you had more
Look,
than
I
I
see
did.
you, villain. I see you with your villain mustache.
You see that, and then Chris just Blog just comes in and drops 5.
Often.
Hey, Caitlin, your man just gave you a present.
Yeah,
and it's
that's okay.
pain.
That's because I do that for him too. So
Okay, that's fair.
I
Is that a total of 2, 4,
216,000
6,
points.
8? Is that 10
He
Hurt Them
likes
Mores?
it though.
Yeah.
likely 5
10.
each, probably. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
5
gagged.
each, and 2 something good happens? I think. Is it total 9?
Doesn't matter
Okay.
at this point.
That's just like, that's I blow off 9 of your toes and 1 is okay.
Saber Sloth redeemed a drama bomb.
Oh, good.
2, 3, 4, 5, and determination for Anthea.
Determination
Yep.
Anthea.
Yep.
Another Hurt
Thanks.
Them More from Saul. So I think that's 11 total.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hold on. Let me spam my crying wolf emoji in chat again.
Okay, that sounds good. If you're listening to this later on, okay, there's 1 drama bomb.
I don't
2
think that's
something
gonna
good
help.
happens, 11 Hurt Them Mores, and a partridge in a pear tree.
And
Blessed.
determination for Anthea.
I already gave it to you.
That works.
Okay. All right, now that I have 2 dice sets worth of trackers out, let's begin this game.
And then did we get the 2 more something good happens?
I have a
Or
total
was
of
that the
3
2
out.
total? Okay. Blog and then Gargoyle.
Okay, there's a
71.
4th one. Oh my god, guys.
I
This
think
is what
there's a
happens when I
4th
turn
one.
off
Okay, there
channel
are
points
4
for a
something
charity.
goods, and 11 Hurt Them More from what I can see.
All right, then
And
we're
a
good.
drama bomb and
a drama
determination
bomb.
for Anthea.
It's not December yet, but let's start. All right, so we begin there in the bowel.
Paintober or Painvember, I don't know.
It's Painvember. Okay. Okay. So with that, let's begin Phandelver and below. The Shattered Obelisk. In the basement of Tressendor Manor, you finish doing your alchemical preparation, brewing that invisibility potion with that rare reagent. Your party checks in. The family huddled up at the north of the tunnel. You can't help but wonder how long it is before that strange creature, the Nothic, starts plucking secrets from their minds from a distance. Even so, there could be other things inside of this stronghold. There's an entire wing that you haven't visited. But perhaps it's better to regroup and come back later, or simply just head out. It's been quite a long day after all. As you meet inside of the alchemy lab, what do you do?
You know, I think you're right. I think it probably is time to get going. I don't know if we can... I'm pretty badly hurt. And we've got most of the Redbrands. I don't want to give them time to regroup, but I think we've got most of them.
I think you're right. We should probably get the family out of here. I think I got everything that I can use from here.
Carmilla? Lady Alessandra?
That sounds like a good idea. I think that's probably the best use of our time.
Did we leave those? There's some Redbrands still tied up, right?
Yeah,
There are some Redbrands tied up, yes.
4.
Okay.
Um,
And a lot of dead bugbears.
No.
uh,
Do we need to go attend to our captives?
yeah, we can bring them out with us.
Right.
Lyric, what do you think?
I think that I could use a nap. Really? So
We can
let's go.
Let's go. Does someone want to help me with the captives?
I can provide moral support.
I can walk one. They have to walk in front of me.
I mean, we can walk them out in front of by the Nothic, right? So.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, so I'll get the family and bring them with us while we pull the captives out of there.
Should we? Now, I don't think I was here for the conversation, but I know that Mum mentioned that she was kind of murderous, and so if we are planning on walking them out with the captives, I don't know how well that's going to go over. But I wasn't there for that conversation, so
That's true.
I just, in case anyone wants to use that information, but Carmilla will probably just head to get the captives.
Okay.
I think I'd convinced her that when I spoke with her, when Sindri had spoken with her, she had said that she was okay with them going to jail.
Yes, she
Not
wanted them to
pleased.
rot.
Yeah, so.
Right, okay.
So, with that in mind, we'll get everyone out of here.
Okay. Is there anything else that you're doing aside from grabbing the captives and heading out back to the town?
Did I ever find anything in the tombs?
In the tombs?
No,
No, there was
nothing
nothing of
except
nothing of value
okay.
inside of the tombs.
Okay.
There were a bunch of weapons in the armory that you and or that Sindri and Lyric found there, and there was the other side of the area that you had not visited at all, the entire eastern wing. But besides that, no, nothing really else.
And while Lyric and Anthea were in the alchemy room, other than the potion of invisibility, were there any other evidence of other potions or anything that we could get there?
There were some reagents that Anthea took, but that's about it.
Okay.
I didn't write them down.
You did not write them down. Okay. Those were some notes, alchemist supplies.
Oops. I'm not sure they were. I'm not sure I was told what
Yeah, they were just kind of vaguely described. So basically just a
Okay.
bunch of cool reagents.
Neat.
3 rare reagents, mercury, dragon bile, and powdered nightshade, each worth about 25 gold to an alchemist.
Right.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So, as you are making your way through, can I please get everyone here, tell me what your passive perception is.
12.
11.
12.
10.
Is it 10 or 8 plus your
10 plus.
So it's 15.
15?
Nice. Whew.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to spend a something good happens for you. As you were headed out, Sindri, you cut back through the bedroom, making your way past his belongings where you had researched and looked through all of his papers, right? That you found the note that said about the spider, and you're making your way back to meet with the family and take them out of here. And as you do, you're going to hear something. A little next to you. The sound of claws tacking on stone very gently. Very gently. It's coming just from next to the bedpost to your right.
What is this? I'm gonna take a little.
There's nothing there. Looking around, you can make me an investigation roll.
Oh shit. I mean, shoot.
You can say whatever you want. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. That's a 6. Hey, there's something in here.
Something?
Yeah, I can't see it. There's something weird in here. It has claws, and I can't find it.
Okay.
Does it sound like something small or
Yep, sounds like something small with claws, and I don't like it.
I'm gonna look on the
something
floor
large and
behind
invisible?
bookshelves.
Sounds good. So into the room, you can hear the little of the secret door that hasn't been shut kind of swaying a little bit. So you open the only other access point to this room. Take a step in and make me a perception roll or investigation. Your call.
I'd love to do that.
You said investigation?
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
Oh, let's go.
Please do so with disadvantage, however.
Heck. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. That is still a 10 on the die, so 15.
15?
I investigated
Yep.
at a 10.
Total of 10?
Yep.
Okay. And just checking one thing real quick. Looking around Anthea, you don't see anything.
I think it's gone. I don't see anything.
You know what? I could have sworn it was right beside the bedpost, and I'm gonna move. Like, is there like a stand or something beside it?
There is not, but there is basically, it's like a 4-post bed full of straw right behind you.
I don't like this. I'm gonna like. All right. He's gonna flip the bed over.
Okay. Can I get everyone to make me a perception roll?
Okay. Flat?
Flat, actually, yeah.
Okay. I guess I could have added determination. Oh, well.
7.
Oh my god, 5. Yeah.
21.
21? Okay. So both of you just see Sindri
14.
suddenly turns around, flips the bed over,
Oi!
and the bed's going to crash on the ground. Sindri, for just a minute, the hay inside of the mattress is going to splinter, and you're going to see a tiny bit of it start to fall. And then hover in air for a moment, as if it is around something with physical mass.
What was that for?
Hey. How big is this?
I'd say it's about the size of like a badger. Actually, probably a little bit smaller, about the size of like a large house cat.
Oh, what are you? I see you.
And
Are you okay?
and it's going to scramble away. As it does so, let's do a contested roll, everybody. Please, as it's going through this pile of hay, give me one more perception roll versus its stealth.
Okay.
Do I
you
need
know
to
what?
if it's moving? If I was tracking it, or
Oh my god. Yeah, go ahead. You're going to love it.
Natural.
I had a
20.
19 on my first
Whoa.
one and then a 16 on my
Oh,
second.
you had a 19 on your first one?
Yeah.
Dirty
Okay.
20.
Okay,
Hell
so
yeah.
Carmilla, you would have seen this as well as it landed on that. And then as it starts to skitter through the hay, it is going to start kicking it up for a total of 9 on its advantageous stealth roll. I rolled double 4s. So anybody who beat a 9 is going to see this hay start to be kicked up as this small creature with a what appears to be some type of lashing tail sweeping through the hay starts to run for the secret door along the eastern wall.
Could I try and grab it?
You can try to grab it, yeah. Go ahead and make me an attack roll with disadvantage. You know what? It failed pretty badly, so make me an attack roll as standard.
Can I help by like?
Yes, you can.
This
Okay.
is a basic melee attack.
Basic. It's going to be a grapple if you're trying to grab it. So it's an athletics check.
Okay.
Okay.
With advantage.
And
advantage?
Chris, you were saying something too because you were muted, right?
yes, I was gonna smack it.
Okay, you can
but
smack it as well.
I'm not trying to kill it, but I am trying to smack it because it.
That's going to be a 17.
Stun it.
17. Okay, that is versus a not enough. Versus a 10 from me. Sindri, give me your attack roll too.
Okay.
With advantage because it's grappled.
Oh yeah, I'll allow that.
So that is a 17 to hit.
Okay, 17 to hit is going to be an absolute hit. Roll me damage.
So that's gonna be 6 points of damage for my first hit.
Okay. What is going to happen immediately before you take your second hit? I'm just going to do this in the same sequence of events. So this thing jolts toward the wall. You're going to see all of this like movement being kicked up among the straw. You are going to run forward, strike out, and basically, are you punching or kicking?
I'm just slapping it.
Because you're going to smack it like a volleyball right into Carmilla, who's going whoop, 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 whoop with her hands, who's going to spike it into Lady Alisandra's hands, grabbing it tightly. And suddenly, you are going to see this small demonic shape with green-gray skin, 2 immense horns, almost like a rhino beetle, sticking out the top of its head, and little beady eyes.
What the hell are you?
Oh, wow.
And
Can I
anybody...
speak to it in Infernal?
Yes, you absolutely can. It's gonna start shrieking and like going, "Don't hurt me!" in Infernal, or in pardon me, not Infernal, in Abyssal.
Damn it.
Don't hurt me. I give.
It'll start saying
I
in
got that
common,
one.
I give. Don't hurt
Oh.
me anymore.
Oh, you speak.
Of course I speak.
Interesting. What are you? She's gonna
Uh,
kind of prod it, just gently with her quill.
I'm beat to shit is what I am.
And true enough, this
Oh.
thing looks wrecked by that smack.
I mean, that's fair. Why are you being so weird and hiding?
I would like
Yeah.
to define sense it.
Divine Sense it. This is a demon. It
Is
is
that a fiend?
It is a fiend, yeah. It is a tiny fiend, a demon. And I'd like anybody who would have knowledge of demons to make me an Arcana roll, please. You can also make me a religion roll because of demonology. Carmilla, you will have advantage on this roll because of your backstory.
I feel like I would have some.
I would believe Alessandra would probably have, especially on low-level demons. Yeah, gimme.
Yeah.
I
And sorry,
think I
what
read about
religion
it.
or
Or Arcana.
I don't have either.
Yeah, probably in Candle when she was at school. I think Lyric would have.
Yeah,
But
do
I
it.
don't know how much she remembers
Is it-
with my 14.
Matter
14
which
is enough.
religion's my better one.
You can take either.
22 then
13 Arcana.
for religion.
Okay. All right. And Anthea, did you want to roll or just want to poke
Oh
with a
wait,
stick?
it's advantage.
I don't think I know anything about demons.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
18.
continue taunting it. Tiny
This is a-
Fiend is gonna taunt Tiny Fiend.
You're all going to know that this is a quasit or a quasit. I say quasit, so
Caitlin
it's a
knew
quasit.
that, but
And anybody who got higher than a 15 is going to know that very commonly quasits are used as familiars.
Ooh.
They're invisible, have a telepathic bond with their master, as most familiars would, and is currently beat to shit. Anybody who got a 15 up as well knows that they're very resistant to magic and are very resistant to most forms of damage. But even so, that punch from Sindri took half its health away.
Amazing.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I was just looking. I was summoned to cause chaos and do other demonic things, but I escaped my cage. I'm coming out of my cage. I'm doing just fine.
Wait a minute.
Don't seem it.
All the things that were like throwing grease on things and all the little crappy things that were happening around town, were you part of that?
You know, I really don't think that this is. I
you
feel
little shit.
extorted. I feel extorted right now. You're just gonna hit me again.
No, probably not.
Which one of you is the good cop? Because that's definitely the bad cop.
Man,
Well, I mean, you may have heard of my family being Oath of the Watchers. So I might call myself in that position.
So you're a cop? You gotta tell me if you're a cop. That's the rules.
No, I don't.
I'm not sure that applies here.
It looks genuinely confused at you when you say, no, I don't, because it believes that you do.
What do you mean? You gotta tell me if you're a.
I'm a paladin.
That's a cop.
No, it's not.
It's a magic cop.
I believe that these wizards, they are the ones that police the magic.
You mortals
They're
suck.
kind of stuck up about it too.
Well, brave of you to assume we're all mortal.
I must have been a drama bomb.
Fine, mortals and whatever you are.
Well, whatever I am is wanting to know who you work for.
I don't work for vampires, bloodsucker.
There is suddenly a sword across his throat.
Cross or in?
Not
Like,
in,
to
no,
it?
like
Okay.
yeah, like against, pressing him up against Eliana.
No.
Who do you work for?
Yeah, who summoned you?
Make me an intimidation roll, please. Let's do it with advantage because you're ganging up on him and he's in a precarious situation and he's already been tenderized by Sindri.
Yeah.
Cool. That is going to be not great. A 16.
16? All right, let me just... All right.
I was summoned into the service of Glassstaff.
Oh, that's not surprising.
He's gonna be mad at us.
Well, we're mad at him.
Yeah.
He's kind of an ass.
Ass, glass, staff.
Glass ass.
Glass ass, that's much
Staff.
better.
Hey.
Huh?
Do you still have your connection with him?
Yes?
You tell him his time is short.
I don't want to say that, though.
He pauses for a moment before saying that, and you feel that he communicated your message, and then he pauses, and it's like he twitches his head at something that you can't hear, and goes,
I don't think it's a smart idea if I say that. I don't want to say that. They're just going to kill the messenger.
Oh, we won't kill the messenger.
messenger. What Anthea said.
Alessandra's face kind of goes like.
Sindri's gonna kind of look confused.
Fine.
and he's going to open his mouth, and you're going to hear this voice come out of it that is different than its own. Its eyes are going to just blink for a moment and become kind of milky. Ah, sorry that I missed our appointment. I had other places to be. Although I'm surprised. Another Barraquel. Although I guess it's not that much of a surprise. Following up on your dear departed aunt. Quite a woman. Love to have her for tea occasionally. Unfortunately, she didn't enjoy the last batch. It's too bad we couldn't have done this in a more civilized way. Well, do whatever you want with that tapeworm in your hands. I can always summon another.
Nyeh.
Its eyes
That's not
turn
very
black again.
nice.
So how do you like being called a tapeworm?
Yeah.
What's a tapeworm?
It's a parasite.
Oh,
Like
I'm
it
gonna...
shat out of various creatures.
I'm
He
not
was treating
poop.
but he was treating you like you were
Something wrong with you.
expendable.
I mean, I am expendable. I'm a closet.
But do you like being treated like you're expendable?
You really should have a bit more sense of self-worth.
Yeah, that.
Make me a persuasion roll. You can make it flat because of the two of you cooperating.
Okay, beautiful. 1 second. Okay. Is it persuasion?
Persuasion.
Okay.
It's happening again.
What?
You're the guidance counselors. That's your party name.
Oh, 16.
What do you mean? Xeon doesn't need any self-worth. Xeon's his own closet.
Well, yeah, you are your own closet, so why take...
Why take crap from that guy?
As
Yeah.
he summoned me. He's the only reason I'm on this plane of existence.
So?
Well, have you been to hell?
Because he brought... No.
Or the abyss, I
but
guess, would be a more apt
Just-
way to describe it.
Just because someone brought you into this world doesn't mean you have to owe them everything or take their crap.
But I'm just a little devil. A little demon.
So?
Well, I get eaten by big demons. And then I am a tapeworm, just pooped out on the ground, on the blasted earth of the abyss.
See, if you talk like that, it's more likely to happen. But if you think positively and imagine things are better, it's more likely it will be better.
You know,
Manifesting.
maybe you're right. Maybe Xeon can be his own Quasit. Maybe Xeon can be his own master. Maybe Xeon can... Poof!
And he
Well-
vanishes out of your hands in a puff of infernal sulfur and brimstone as he
So
is pulled
just-
back down into the abyss.
So he just got banished or something? Back to whatever,
Huh.
I guess? Right? That's what
Well-
happened?
I think he wanted to finish his speech. I don't think he would have left mid-speech on his own.
Yeah. Well, perhaps it'll change his outlook while he's in the abyss.
Seems unlikely.
Hmm?
Well, I knew that wasn't crazy. But,
Or he'll just get eaten.
well, that seems like a him problem. Gross little creatures outside of the town's here now, so... And Glassstaff is down one other servant, so...
At least he isn't on this plane anymore. Glassstaff doesn't get mercy, though.
No, let's beat his ass.
Oh, we will be killing his ass.
Yeah, that one. Too.
Or the very least, I will.
Yeah, I'll back you up.
I'm
She's
with
gonna
you.
smile at that at you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about your aunt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hope he's not lurking around town somewhere.
Oh, he probably is.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Hmm.
With that, you gather up the family and the Redbrands that you had captured and make your way back toward town. Where in particular are you headed?
Jail first?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. You head back to the town master's place. You've only been gone a couple of hours since you set off, and even now the feeling of exhaustion is absolutely starting to weigh in on you, but you're going to be able to make it back all right without much trouble. However, as you make it in the front doors, the town master, Harbin Wester, is going to spring from his desk, a little bit lush-cheeked from where he was enjoying his cider and wine earlier, and is going to look over at you and go, "Oh heavens! You look like you've been in a terrible state."
It has been an absolutely shitty day. And we have more prisoners for you.
Seconded. Yeah.
This should be the vast majority of them.
Hmm.
My gods. You seem to have gone through all of them.
That was the intent.
Mm-hmm.
There's
There's several dead in the manor. So is there a cleanup crew or something that we can send to deal with that?
I'm certain that we could go inside
No.
and take a look at.
No. Nobody should go in. There's a Nothic in there.
A what?
It would just destroy
yeah.
them and eat them.
Well, if we could accompany them.
So nobody should go in without us.
Exactly.
Especially make sure that the children don't think it's a grand adventure.
Hmm. So if we can block it off or with some rope or some signage or something to just deter inquisitive minds.
Oh, yes, of course. I think they would probably be much more interested in what's happening at the sleeping giant.
Was that the sleeping giant?
Oh, there was a fire just some minutes ago.
Oh.
They managed to put it out perhaps half an hour ago. A
What
small
caused the
one.
Fire?
Some of the Redbrands decided that it was time to leave. They took some horses and knocked over a lantern.
Oh, okay. What direction did they go?
And they went to the went to the east, I believe.
East? Northeast, sort of up towards, and Lyric pulls out the map that she got from him before, like
Oh,
over
yes.
here, like this way to like.
Yeah, I think they went toward here, and he kind of gestures over along the eastern part of the Tribor Trail.
I see.
Yes, kind of
thank you.
maybe towards Coneyberry. But I mean, they were riding across open fields at this point, so who knows how long they were going to stay on that before perhaps doubling back and heading to Neverwinter.
Well, I'm glad they got the fire under control.
Yes, well, to be honest, it has been quite a day. I'm absolutely tuckered. But it's good to... I mean, I assume that you are quite exhausted as well. Oh!
Quite.
Lady Alessandra Berquel? What happened to your hair? It was much longer before.
Bandits.
Carmilla looks down sheepishly.
They sheared the hair off a fair maiden? Foul.
And then proceeded to make fun of it. That wasn't very nice.
That's not very nice at all, one of the Redbrands says from one of the cells.
The ones we're bringing you, I believe, have seen the error of their ways and would be happy to do work as recompense. Of course, depending on what sentence is passed on them. I believe they have maybe seen what it is to be...
Well, we'll have to put them inside of the, It's going to be a tight fit, but I imagine that we can put them all in here. I'll have to do, make sure there's double duty here to make certain they don't try a jail escape. We're not going to do any escaping. We should honestly serve our time, you know.
All right,
Right.
in y'all go.
The one that Alessandra talked to before and gave her card
Yeah.
to and really shamed all his choices and life decisions and whatnot and kind of gave him some direction and ideas of what he should be doing in the future. She's going to ask him to make sure the rest of his compatriots are aware of the offer and what it entails.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I just want to be better. I just want to be better.
I
Thank
believe you can be.
Praise you and praise Helm.
Damn. Wow, you got him. All right, into the cell.
Get
Gonna
in
help
there.
them in. And just a note from the last scene in the other space right before the closet poofed. I think Alessandra has kind of gotten enough little bits and bobs and hints and weird stuff that she would like to kind of insight Carmilla's reaction to it.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like she's reacted strongly to some things enough times visibly that Alessandra
you're
should
talking
be
about?
able to pick up some of it.
Sure. Go
Totally,
ahead.
she's just goth, okay? It's fine.
All goths are
She's very
vampires, didn't you
sensitive
know?
about being a goth.
Can I roll a real bad deception check?
Sure. Well, what are you using to cue this up?
Are you talking about specifically my
Specifically
reaction?
where she reacted to the closet calling her a vampire.
Yeah.
Oh,
So are
well,
you?
that
She
means I would-
really hard
Oh, okay.
reacted.
Yeah. Make me an
In that
insight
moment,
roll
so
versus.
Alessandra just
so-
kind of wants to like start trying to put some stuff together.
Sure. Make me an insight roll versus Carmilla's deception. And I'm going to give Carmilla disadvantage because of help from the closet.
Yeah.
That's a 1.
Oh, man.
It's a 30-20.
Plus my charisma, which is +1.
That's true. Okay, so that's, you only beat it by a factor of 10. By a multiplier of 10. Okay. By a markiplier of 10. Okay, good. Hello, welcome. So you are going to be able to see there's something to that. There's something weird going on with your goth friend.
And I'm guessing it probably comes off across potentially as worse than it actually is because Carmilla is convinced it's worse than it actually is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say so, absolutely.
She's just gonna keep an eye out going forward because this is weird and there's weird things and she's acting odd about it. So she obviously is hiding something. So I just wanted to make sure that was stated this early.
Absolutely. So, and as you are kind of keeping an eye on her and stuff, the town master is going to head up to you and say, "Well, with everything that you've done here, I must thank you. Everything. I feel that Phandelver can start to rebuild now. I mean, not that we weren't rebuilding to begin with. I mean, we're kind of an abandoned town that. Yeah, I mean,
Perhaps not
besides the
quite.
fact.
The wizard glass staff is still here, and there may be deeper issues afoot.
Well, I'm sure that it's nothing that you can't handle.
Of course, but we will be heading out of town to various places to try and track down Gundren, etc. So potentially ensure that everybody is on their guard still in case any Redbrands come back, their leader comes back, any of the bandits nearby decide that you are soft pickings now that the Redbrands are out of the way, etc., etc.
Well, luckily, we happen to have a Barraquel living here now. Again.
As I said, I'll be going to search for Gundren. I will
Oh.
not be in town.
Well, they don't have to know that, do they?
This is true, but potentially just make sure everybody keeps an eye out.
Yes, of course, of course.
Don't relax too much.
Oh, relax. Me? Perish the thought.
Of course.
Well, if there's anything I can do for you in the days to come, do not be afraid to ask. I would be happy to help you in every way that is at my power.
Wonderful. So, in the next, once we've rested and recouped, we can have a conversation about negotiating the contract for our services if we're to be assisting the town.
I suppose that would be suitable. But tell you what, how much treasure, pillage, not pillage, loot and plunder did you find inside of their lair? Holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I see no reason why you can't benefit from this. How about, you... I mean, you did all of the hard work. Why not keep it?
That's quite generous.
Oh, for future favors, consider it a retainer.
Lyric has pulled out her notebook and has started writing down, like, the expenses that they have and is keeping track of, like, all of the things that we need to are being paid for. Her records are much more diligent than mine.
Is there a place that we can procure horses in town?
Horses. I mean, not particularly, but I imagine that if you needed some horses, there are a few mares over at, let's see, over at Elmina's.
Sindri will look over at Anthea. What kind of animal do you prefer to ride?
I mean, I don't really ride any animals.
Okay.
So anything's fine by me.
Neither do I, so
I have a
that's
different
also kind of a
question.
problem.
Well, the Miners' Exchange could perhaps have some. The Miners' Exchange might be the best place as well. Oh, yes.
Do they have cool rocks?
The Minus Exchange?
Yes.
Of course.
Like
Who would
precious
have less cool...
stones?
Precious stones? Yes, absolutely.
Oh, good. Okay, let's go there.
After we get some rest, please.
Okay.
Maybe. So Sindri will start walking for the door there, and he will mention, "I don't know how to really ride a horse.
If
I've
you get a large enough one, you can ride with me.
okay. I was thinking maybe we want to take the cart.
Yeah, maybe I could sit in a cart being pulled by a horse.
As long as we're staying to the roads, carts won't do well out of roads.
That's fair.
Oh. That's
Uh,
true. I think we were just going to go
handle
through the
tracks
forest,
better.
right? Hmm.
If we can stick through the woods through Neverwinter Woods on the way back, then
Also,
But-
depending on how dense the woods are, some horses won't be able to make their
That's
way
true.
through.
And I
Okay.
might smack into a tree. That would
Maybe
be
Minute.
not
just
good.
walk.
might take the long way around. Okay, sleep first.
We can calculate it. Yeah, once we've had some sleep, we can calculate if it would be faster to walk or long way with the horse. Let's see.
Thank you for taking the initiative on that, then.
I can do that for sure.
I guess we're going back to the Stonehill Inn.
Heading
It's all
sending
our
back to
stuff,
the Stone Hill. You make your way back there.
Oh, we got all our stuff and went
yeah. All
to
the stuff's at my place.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
we
we actually
recovered?
get our stuff out?
I think we did
We-
beforehand, didn't we?
I thought
No,
we
you didn't actually go back. You.
I thought
went straight-
because I was like, "Aren't we doing the thing?" We were like, "No," and I was like,
Because
"Okay."
we got accosted by them right away. That's right.
Yeah, so you just
Right.
We were gonna
decided you
try
were
and
about
like,
face.
take tension off,
there.
but then
That town cat's back.
Yeah.
Are we gonna
It's pretty cute.
are we going past the place where the fire was as we walk?
No, you're not. You can.
Okay.
But it's not directly. Okay. Pushing open the door, you will find yourself there inside of the inn again. And as you do, the sound of the late afternoon drinking, a bit of music, and a bit of liveliness will suddenly come to a stop as everyone turns.
Oh.
The bartender is going to look at you and say, "What trouble did you get up to? You look like shite."
Oh,
Just covered in blood.
well,
Yeah,
I mean, sort of. We'd heard
started
there
it?
was some issues, and we were accosted, so
and we
we dealt with
finished it.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Who started it? You're gonna hear the owner is going to lean out. Toblin is going to.
We didn't go looking for trouble. We promised, but the Redbrands
Did
rather
you guys fight the Redbrands?
they attacked us. The rest of them are in jail.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Hold on. The rest of them?
How many
So-
did we put in the mayor's holding cell?
8.
Yes.
Aid? In the?
So, yeah.
Are you
and I
fucking
believe they-
kidding me?
I believe they have seen the error of their ways and understand that they will be charged and sentenced, but that they might turn away from a life of banditry from here on out.
We did kill the other ones.
Yeah, some are dead.
I mean, they wouldn't stop. So.
Sorry.
do stay away from there.
Yes, don't go in that old castle keep thing.
Manor?
There's some evil things in there that we didn't deal with quite yet.
The front door will open, and Toblin's son Pip will run in, going, "Dad, Dad, Dad! What? What is it? What is it?" And they're back. The Redbrands? No. The Dendrars. The Denders are back. I mean, most of them.
Yeah.
What?
Shit.
Yeah.
Where's I have the names too.
I believe the patriarch was unfortunately
Oh.
dead
Him.
before we got.
Nundro and Thartan. Tharden.
No.
No, those are the brothers of.
Oh, I thought you said the things.
No. You're talking about Myrna, Nilsa, and Nars.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Those ones.
So the Dendrars.
I got excited that something useful was happening.
Oh, them. Oh, that. Yeah, the people we see. Okay. We're going with this.
People who are literally
who the hell?
Oh, they
I'm pretty
were,
sure they
yeah.
broke off from you when they went by their house.
Yeah, fair.
So
The Dendrars.
Yeah, they
One of the farmers is going to turn and look you up and down. You guys are heroes. You rescued them, didn't you?
What?
Around on me
Yes.
for them?
Oh, then yes, we certainly are. Yes,
We
that was
did.
us.
Hey, around
Thank
on
you.
me for them too. Yeah, I'd like to buy them a drink too.
Wow.
And
So,
suddenly,
we having a party then?
woo!
Planning for a nap, but a party sounds good too.
Smash
I
cut
need
to
wash
3
some of the
hours
blood off
later,
me first.
and I need a con save from everybody who's drinking.
Not happening. Way
Anthea
too
has
on
tried one glass of cider, and we'll see how
Oh.
it went.
Oh no, that's a
Oh
Ellasandra doesn't usually drink at all. She probably never was
God.
allowed to, but this is kind of like, I think the infectious mood of it maybe has her like, oh, I'll just try one. And only going to have one, but then somehow it keeps staying full and she doesn't really notice.
Is this a con save?
Con save.
Nice. 19.
4.
then. Oh no!
Well, that would have been a 20, but with my -1,
Oof.
Who got the 4?
it's
It was Alessandra. Okay, so
Yeah.
Sindri,
Lyric with a
Alessandra, 4 on Lyric as well.
19 for Alessandra, 4 for Lyra.
Yeah, it was a nat 20, but I have a -1, so
Oh, okay. All right,
Becomes
4
a
for
19.
Lyric. Okay.
And I just haven't really rolled above a 7 yet this game.
Also 19, I want to say.
All
I
right.
did
So,
nice.
okay, good. You all are doing quite well then. Okay, so you all have a bunch of cider, enough cider, ale, beer, wine, whatever you're drinking, that you are going to have just this rolling, fuzzy head for most of the night, keeping yourself in good spirits, but more cheers and more cheers and more cheers for you lead you deeper into the night. And by the time that you realize what's going on, hours have passed. The food, the drink, the celebration, the dancing becomes infectious. And sure enough, most of Phandelver makes it out to this party. You spend...
Now, was there a
lovely time.
blacksmith here and had we already talked to them?
There's not a blacksmith, but there is Barthen's provision.
Okay.
So you're meeting a bunch of people. You're meeting woodworkers. You're meeting Lenine Greywind is going to show up. Harbin Wester will show up as well. You are going to see that other members of the community as well are going to be there. From the Miners' Exchange, you will finally meet Halia Thornton. And most of you are kind of enjoying yourselves very very boisterously. But Carmilla, you're really not, right? Like, you're abstaining. So you're going to have
She's
the best...
like in a dark corner with a hand on her sword, waiting for Glassstaff to show up.
Fair. Halia Thornton is going to enter the party looking like the only person of substance in Phandelver. Everybody else here is quite a rube compared to her.
And she's the master, like the head of the Miners Guild, right?
It's head of the Miners Guild. Yeah.
Okay. Just in general, I think Lyric at some point is gonna say, as she's getting absolutely trashed with her 4 constitution, is gonna be like, oh look, I learned a new trick. This is so fun, and is gonna cast Disguise Self on herself.
Okay.
I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but she's just like being an absolute fall over, lightweight,
Nice.
tripping over herself.
So Halia Thornton, who has no description in the book, so we're going to go with something different. Is a red-haired woman with it cropped close to her head in a pixie style. with little streaks in it of like kind of like a dark blue contrast, who's going to stride in, take a look around, shrug off her coat, and is going to order a glass of wine at the bar. So, what kind of accent should she have if she's from the city?
Same as Anthea, right?
So she's a human woman, so
She's from Neverwinter?
She's from Neverwinter, yeah.
Oh. No, Anthea talks kind of strange, kind of even for Neverwinter, so.
That's fair. So is she New York
Clearly
or she
she's
LA?
from New York.
She's
I was
from New
going to
York?
say, clearly
There
she's
you
New York.
go. I guess
right, there we go.
It's gotta be.
So, what are we celebrating tonight? Oh, well, these folks here managed to take the Redbrands on. And they're still alive to tell the tale, huh? They won, man. They took them down. She turns and looks at you with a bit of admiration, a little bit of, what do you know? Well, they're all having a good time. Yeah, the one in the corner's not. And she'll hop off the stool and wander into the corner where Carmilla is. You one of the ones who took on the Redbrands?
Yes.
I'm assuming that you're
You
not
are?
much of a drinker. My name's Halia.
Hell yeah. Yeah, well, not much of a cider drinker, no. No offense to the master cider makers from this town.
Of course. Did you find anything when you were looking through there that could be used to maybe destabilize them if they decide to come back? As the head of the mining exchange, I have a vested interest in keeping ruffians like that out of this town.
She's gonna glance around and see if Sildar is here. We haven't seen
Sildar-
him since we got back, right?
You have not. He was sleeping upstairs off his endeavor and probably will be joining the party in a little bit.
Okay. There are perhaps connections. Someone very important wants this city empty. And I think it is very important to not let it be.
You guys did a grave service. If you did you find any documents though? I'd be willing to pay. Good coin. If I could get them, you make copies, I don't care. But if I could get a copy of them to pass on to my higher ups, we might be able to get some support for this town.
I think the only documents was that one letter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We found a letter that discussed some connections with someone called the Spider.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I
watch
was
her for a
worried
reaction.
about. Make me an insight check.
Oh. That is a, I think it's
And everyone has determination, right?
17.
17? Okay.
Yeah.
She looks at you and her eyebrow twitches a little. You, growing up, Carmilla, are used to the interplay and betrayal that happens inside of dark organizations. You know someone of ill intent when you see them, more often than not. And as she smiles at you and says, I'd be happy to pay a bounty for a copy of that, so that I could pass it up the chain. Come by the mining exchange. I think we could probably make some type of deal. Maybe 50 gold pieces for that information. And as she says that, you get this little twist in your stomach. She's got an ulterior motive. Absolutely. And you don't think that going up the chain is where this information will go. You think it'll probably stop with her.
Interesting.
Perhaps, and as she continues, and were you able to take out their leader, that glass staff guy?
No, he is still in the manor.
Well, if you manage to take him out, I'm sure we could work out some type of bounty on his head. We don't need a man like that in the city. In the town. And you get
Yes,
the idea
yes.
that she probably doesn't want him in charge.
Yes, this town definitely needs a change in leadership.
That's what I would say. I think you and I are going to get along just fine, doll. Can I get you anything to drink that's non-alcoholic then? Maybe some tea? Some juice, maybe?
No, I am fine. I'm waiting for my friends to finish their revelry.
Woo! Woo!
And you'll hear a
Watch
door
this.
open.
Maybe a while.
You'll hear a door open and... What the hell's going on down here? I'm trying to sleep upstairs. You hear Sildar call out across the room.
Sildar! Sildar!
Why are you covered in blood?
Ah,
Why aren't you? Get over here!
What
there
the
was
hell?
a
What's
big
going
fight.
Yeah! We
Who
took
were
out
you
the Redbrands.
fighting? You fought the
Redbrands.
Redbrands without me.
Yeah.
I don't know. You were
They
sleeping.
brought,
I
they brought it
something.
to us.
I don't know.
They
I was
did bring the
asleep
fight
for
to
6
us.
hours.
I know.
Yeah.
And you missed everything.
Did you get him? Did you get Glassstaff? Did you take them all down?
Not yet.
No,
Not glass
no,
down
not
yet.
yet.
Not yet.
We still
But we
have
got his
time to
minions.
get him.
Redbrands minions.
Mhm. He doesn't have his help now. So, yeah.
Yes. You had a question, Christa.
May I roll insight on him asking about Glassstaff?
Yeah, you may.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, can I as well? Because
Yeah, go ahead. Anybody
I've
who
been
wants
holding
to.
on to this, and I'm the one who read that letter.
Yeah,
Anthea's
do
too
it.
Yeah.
distracted.
No.
21.
He's too far away.
21. He is genuinely excited.
Really
He's not setting off your bullshit meter at all.
interesting.
Did you take him on? Did you?
He used some of his bullshit magic on me. Distracted me. Couldn't.
Here, come
couldn't track
closer.
him down.
You're real quiet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Anyhow, so
Oh,
hey,
Yeah.
he had all these skeletons, and I punched like 6 of them to death again.
And it was so cool. You just see a Sindri. So sorry.
Lyric saved my life. Oh,
well, obviously.
So yeah.
Lyric?
It was.
Look
it
at the
was
size
great.
of those muscles.
Lyric, right? Are you still
Huh?
in disguise self?
Yes. So
Yeah.
Lyric does not look like Lyric right now. She's got like that sort of like sun bleached farmer blonde hair, like brown blonde hair, and she's got like regular like sort of pale but like regular human skin and no horns, round ears, and a smattering of normal brown freckles. But her eyes are the same.
I think Sindri has forgotten that if you had significant blood loss, you have less blood to absorb the alcohol. So that's why he's gotten just so drunk. Just way too drunk. And he's like,
I want to hear
Oh.
all the bloody stories.
and Sindri will, at max volume, describe the different fights they were in.
Seems like you're quite a warrior after all.
I guess, but you know what? So is she, and so is she, and so is she, and so is she. And like he'll like give Anthea a big high five at the last one.
Yeah, she'll like jump up and high five. She's just having a great time. Her halfling constitution's coming in clutch, though she is only nursing like one sider.
Can you do me a favor and make me an athletics check? I'm gonna spend a hurt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a hurt them more.
I can sure try. Is that flat then, or is that
Yep. Athletics,
disadvantage
please. Nope, just
Okay.
regular.
then? That was an 18. It was a little. You know what? I'm gonna roll it again. It was cocked.
Okay. Nah, one.
Well, I can't actually roll a nat one, but it was only a 9.
Okay. So you're gonna jump
rolled
up
that
and
one
just you're gonna
twice.
kind of like get a little bit of the side hand, but it's good.
Oh, yeah. I she's gonna think that's great because, Yeah.
But he got real close to accidentally slapping Sindri in the crotch. Real
Fair
close.
enough.
It wouldn't be the worst thing that's happened to Sindri today. And Lyric has been keeping me up with this really great healing magic. It's made me feel really good. And so is Lady Alessandra. They're so talented and so great. And Sindri will continue to gush
You're
about
so
his friends.
great. No,
So
you're
Sindri, as you're
fantastic.
gushing, you're gonna feel like a rough hand on the side of your shoulder. There, like big, strong, as Sildar puts a hand on you, goes, "How many drinks are you in already?"
2.
I'm gonna need 4 to catch up.
No.
He's up 2 pints, but down 2 as well. But internally.
Oh, well. Then I'm definitely gonna need 4. Let's celebrate. And as you are enjoying yourself, Anthea, you're going to see that the halfling mother from the farmhouse is going to come and be dancing as well and cheersing and toasting you. Lyric, as you're standing there, a tall man, Lanner, the human miner that you met before, is going to approach and go, "I ain't seen you around here before. You care to dance?"
Sure. But yeah, you've seen me around.
I'd recognize a pretty face like yours anywhere if I'd seen you before.
It's not my face. That's why.
What?
I mean, it's not my face. That's why. Why?
Whose face is it?
It's a. I don't know. I just did it. It's a new thing. I just learned how to do it.
Oh. Weird.
I normally have horns.
You're the pale girl.
Yes. She's trying to rack her mind to think if she remembers any other pale people in town. Like, so, well, there's
You're-
also that one. Points
You're
at
the
Carmilla.
tiefling.
Yes.
I mean, I like girls that are kind of spooky. If you want to dance,
Sure.
all right.
Sounds fun. And she will trip over herself.
So will he actually with a 3.
Cool. So they basically do the thing where they trip, kind of like drunk dancing.
Drunk
That's what
dancing.
she's doing.
And as you are dancing, can you do me a favor and make me a charisma save?
Okay. I can certainly try. Does it have disadvantage because she's inebriated, or just
Yeah, let's do
flat?
that. That sounds swell.
Oh, motherfucker! Why did I suggest that?
That one?
Okay, so no, it definitely isn't an 18 now. Is the answer?
I
So
see.
charisma save is gonna be at least I get a +6 to charisma saves. That's
Fair.
good. That's a 14.
14? Okay. As you are dancing, you're kind of stumbling around, and
I'm just imagining Lyric being like, when you have like at a bar and you go to the bathroom and then there's the drunk girls in the bathroom who like are just like the most supportive people and are like,
Oh yeah.
oh, like just like here, let me help you with your hair or your makeup. And it's like this weird, like surreal, just the kindest kind, like
Girl, you look so good.
exactly.
You're killing it. Yeah.
Us
Oh my God,
drinking at
girl,
the Duke.
don't call him. I will take your phone. I met you 30 seconds ago.
Someone else from the stall. Don't call him. Girl, it's a bad idea.
It's like, you're worth so much better than that. Come on. Look at your hair. It's so nice. Like it's like your eyebrows, they're on point. Like you're slaying it tonight. Like just no.
Don't call him.
there.
Don't call.
Okay, so you're that kind of drunk.
Yeah, and giggling yeah.
As you're dancing around, stumbling, you're going to be swaying back and forth. Everything around you is going to start just fading in and out as you spin and you spin and you spin. And it's that effect where everything starts to strobe. All of the lights start to blur together like astigmatically. And as you are spinning around, you are going to feel small, thin fingers on your shoulders, sliding down your arms as if someone is grabbing you from behind. And then another pair of hands wrapping around your waist. Another pair of hands sliding down your hips.
Who's doing that?
You spin around and there's no one there, just the blur of a crowd.
No, come on.
A hand brushes your face, more and more hands, and then you feel...
Okay, that's a bit much now. You can stop. Where are you?
And suddenly, incredibly hot breath on your cheek. What we've always been, a woman's voice says. And as you turn and twist to look for whoever said that, suddenly you're going to hear, "Are you okay? You okay? You zoned out for a minute. Do you need another drink or some water? I'll give you some."
Weren't there a bunch of people here just now? Did you hear the woman?
Well, I mean, there's tons of people. Most of the town's here.
Yeah, it got a little crowded for a few there. I think I'll step out for a moment. I'll be back. And she's gonna go step outside just
Okay.
for a breath of fresh air.
Sounds good. You step outside for a breath of fresh air.
I think Carmilla might follow her.
Okay, so Carmilla, you take a step outside as well. What do you do now that you're both outside?
Are you alright, Lyric?
Huh?
Are you alright?
Do I not look alright?
Well, you usually do very well in crowds.
I suppose I've had a bit much to drink. Are you not enjoying the party either? Well, at all? Sorry, not either. I've been enjoying it. It's been good. But are you not enjoying?
No, I am.
Did you need someone to dance with? Are you lonely?
Well, that is a longer question, but no, not this moment. I'm just very worried that Glassstaff will.
Oh, it would
Try
be
to come
foolish
find
for
us.
him to show up now. With all the town, he would go somewhere where we're not here, without all the people. So, like, maybe to break out his, thugs, maybe. Possibly. But he didn't seem to care much for them, so I think that's fine. But, yeah, so, anyway,
Do you want a glass of water or anything?
oh, yes, please.
Wonderful. She's gonna go grab a glass of water and then come back out and give it to Lyric. And is Lyric still in her disguised self?
Depending on how long it's been, it only lasts an hour, so it might have faded by now if it's been.
It's still
we've been
going. You're
partying for a
seeing
bit.
like little bits of like her ears are a little longer by the time you get back.
And her hair might be slightly more white, like pale and like fading
Paler.
out. Probably starting at the roots and like spreading through.
Amazing. Lyric, I know you would have had a few drinks, but can I ask you a question?
Of course, you just did. But you can ask another.
Can I ask? I appreciate it. Do you prefer to look like this? Did you
Huh?
change because you don't want to look how you normally do?
No, I just learned a new trick and it seemed like fun. It was a good,
Oh.
good laugh with a party. I don't know,
Oh.
and learn something new. Have some fun with it. Why? Do you think there's something wrong with how I usually look?
No, I do not think so at all. But have you looked like that your whole life, or did you get the horns later?
Oh, well, they grew in. They didn't. I didn't start. They sort of started like little nubs, and then they sort of grew. I think it would have been probably quite unpleasant if I'd had them since birth.
That's very true.
Yes.
Have you felt that people treat you differently? I know
Sort of. I mean, I have a stepmother and a bunch of half siblings, so we're a little different. But
Well, I know tieflings can sometimes have a bad reputation. I personally don't believe in it, but the association with the hells and such. Have you
I
experienced that much?
usually get the why are you so pale first?
I understand that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have much to compare to. So
Okay.
it's just sort of how it's always been.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I just
Did you know that you have the prettiest hair, with all the red and the black? It's just it's very pretty.
well, thank you very much. It has changed a bit in the last little. It didn't used to be quite as dark.
No.
No.
What was it before?
It was a little more of an auburn.
Oh.
But
I think that sounds pretty as well. Is there? If you want to change it, you could dye it. You
perhaps
don't seem to like it much.
it was unfortunate circumstances in which it came in. It wasn't terribly by my choice, but hair color changes, and you get old, your hair goes white. You don't always have a choice in it. I'm terribly sorry. You are having a lovely time, and I have, I'm sure, dampened the mood.
Yes, had a bit of a moment there, so I needed a bit of a break. So your company is welcome. Thank you.
Wonderful. I think that boy in there likes you.
Oh, possibly. You seem quite nice. Your eyes, the red, it really makes your eyes stand out. It's lovely.
Thank you. I wasn't a big fan of it myself, but perhaps I will try to look at it in a different light. It has always seemed particularly monstrous to me.
Monstrous? How so?
It again, it wasn't always. A lot of it, I add a little makeup so that it seems to be intentional, but a lot of the redness and the pale and the gaunt, it's.
So you just you work with what you have, right? To accentuate the natural bits.
Yes, I want it to look less. I would like it to look more like I am making some kind of a fashion statement, and a little bit less that I am less than alive.
Oh. Well, you seem quite lively to me, and people always have thoughts about your appearance, and I mean, some people tell me, "Oh, you should cover up the freckles." So, what do you want me to do? Paste something all over my?
I don't think you should cover your freckles. They're quite lovely.
Yes, well, your hair and your eyes are also quite lovely. So,
I will try to look at them as such. Thank you.
and if you don't believe it, then tell yourself you're an idiot, and I don't want to hear anyone speak poorly of my friends.
I have not had many friends, and I think that is a good way to have them.
Good. I think I need another drink. And she's going to go back in and start and go for another another round of whatever.
People are absolutely having a giant revelry inside, and as they are doing so, it has been enough time that Sindri, you are still feeling pretty damn buzzed, but Sildar has kind of caught up with you. And can you make me an insight roll?
Yes. Insight. 24.
24. I'm not going to give you disadvantage on this because I think that this is a type of insight that occasionally works better when you're drunk.
Yeah.
He has been drinking and listening to you most of the night, and you notice that a lot of it, when he talks, he keeps he's mostly focused on listening to you, and a lot of times he's very... I don't want to say handsy. Handsy has the wrong implication, but there's a lot of like clapping you on the back, and like it always seems like his hand's not very far from your arm.
Yeah.
Even if it's just kind of brushing elbows with you while he listens, you're getting a slight like he's very relieved that you came back in one piece.
Man, I wish you'd been able to be there. That was really, really, really cool.
I would have loved to be there with you as well.
Sorry, I just had
What?
That's Chris. That's like
Going back to back, would have been nice.
Hey, there's still plenty of time for that. We're going to try and track down Gundren. That's our next. Well, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get around. We're gonna. We have to find him first, right? So we're gonna find Kragma Castle. I remembered it this time. It's not.
Yeah, I want you to keep at it.
There we go. But we're gonna find this druid first. But we're gonna have to like get horses and then go to like Thunder Tree. Yeah, we're gonna head to Thunder Tree.
Shit, that's gonna take you days.
Yeah, we're hoping for horses.
I'll help you arrange the horses in the morning. It's the least I can do.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, Sildar. That is so great. And let's like the two-hand shoulder clasp, like, yes. And Sindri's like, I'm really drunk.
You're really drunk.
He'll like lift aside his like poncho and like look. I'm like, oh yeah, I got stabbed today. I'm gonna go lie down. Actually,
do you need help getting upstairs? Or you got it.
Oh, I think I got it.
Okay.
No, I can use a hand. Here.
Yeah. All right. Come on. And he'll take you away from the party and carry you upstairs.
Yes.
And
like
half shoulder carry you.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
But
I got stabbed.
Oh yeah.
Twice.
Okay, you go rest. You get some sleep, okay?
No.
Get lots of sleep.
Bye.
What? Oh. Bye.
All right, he's going to carry you back up to your room, and is happy just to help you in, out of comfort.
Thank you.
You get some sleep, okay? I'll check on you in the morning.
Thank you.
I'll see you for breakfast.
Perfect. Oh God, why?
Here. And he'll reach out into the hallway and grab like a mop bucket that's sitting there and slide the bucket over to you.
Perfect. Oh God.
See you in the morning, hero. And he'll shut the door and you'll kind of like plot back on the bed, watch the ceiling spin a bit, and we'll pass the fuck out. Everybody else, you are dancing. Lady Alessandra, a couple of locals are going to be brave enough to dance with you, but none such as Toblin's son Pip, who's about 12 years old at this point, and is going to go, shall we dance?
Of course, kind sir. Thank you. She's going to very much treat it with all high courtly manner.
You know what? He got a 12, so he is like actually knows how to dance. His mom must have taught him. And he's going to do a lot of like the spinning and trying to twirl you, but he's too short. So occasionally he'll like jump on a bar stool to like stand up high enough to twirl you and then jump down. And his mom will be like, "Get off the table!" And then laugh it off and go back to doing what she's doing. You're going to be all having a great time. Is there anything else the four of you are doing as you're just enjoying your drinking and celebrating and being the heroes of Phandelver for a bit?
Yeah, actually, I remembered that I wanted to do a thing.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I wanted to talk to... I can't recall exactly who it was that wanted the returning axes that was going to help, because people keep throwing things. And,
The returning axes was...
rather, who was throwing axes?
Carmilla was throwing axes and Lady Alessandra were both throwing axes.
They were both throwing axes.
I think Carmilla was throwing them more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think they're
she's
my
really
axe.
throwing them
Carmilla.
last. I was throwing them in the first fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carmilla keeps losing them.
Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. She's going to find Carmilla and ask to see her axe.
She will have stayed outside a little bit after Lyric came in, just sort of keeping watch and probably wiping away a couple tears, and then comes back inside. To be
I have a question, Carmilla.
As soon as you walk in the door, she's right in front of you.
Yeah, just
There you are.
oh,
Where did you go?
Lyric was a little dizzy, so I went outside to bring her some water.
Anthea, make me an insight
Ooh.
roll.
And you?
Okay. I've been dancing. Oh my god, it was almost a natural 20, but it's not.
What is it?
What is my addition? It's just an 8 on the die.
Okay.
11.
11? Yeah, she seems fine. She's just getting a breath of
Okay.
fresh air. People do that at parties.
Fair enough. I have a question for you though. Can I see your axe tonight? One of your axes tonight?
She briefly looks you in the eye to make sure your pupils aren't like all crazy, but seeing you're pretty sober. Well, yes, here.
Thank you. I just want to. I'm not gonna break it, but I have an idea. I have a really good idea.
You have many.
So
really
you won't
good
lose
ideas.
it. Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
I would like
thank you.
that.
Yeah. I think I can do it in a way where if you throw it, it's gonna have like boomerang physics and come back to you.
Oh, you're not just going to like attach a rope to it?
Maybe that too. But then you wouldn't be able to get it very far. That might be really bulky. I just need it like overnight just to like figure it out exactly.
Well, of course, no rush. But if it's a project that you would find interesting, please.
Yeah, it is. Thanks.
Of course.
Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna go do that now, and I'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Thanks.
All right, so as you watch her just flee to go off and work on things, you're just kind of standing there in the middle of the floor. Lady Alessandra, what are you doing?
And because Carmilla's been off to the side a lot and Ellasandra is not drunk, she's going to finish her dance with the kid and kind of just show up in front of you.
As she turns to walk back to her corner.
And offer her hand and want to dance? Everybody's doing it. Just off in the corner.
Oh,
And just kind of it doesn't have to be centered. I know you look uncomfortable with the crowd.
No, it's I don't know these kind of dances.
Oh, would you like to learn?
So many wheels.
Christine is cackling at this.
Justice. Justice. Me first, then you.
Friends say yes, right?
Well, you don't have to. Like, if you're uncomfortable, I wouldn't want to. Like, friends don't make each other uncomfortable either. Unless it's for, like, a good cause. Because sometimes there's a good reason for it, and you kind of have to push somebody out of the comfort zone in order to do something good for them. At least I've heard. I mean, I've never had to, because I've never had one, but...
Me neither. Yeah, exactly. Word vomit. Yes, I will try.
Wonderful. She'll grasp your hand, pull you over into the corner into like a spin, and start leading you.
Yeah. She will do her very best.
Would you like us
Can I
to
use
roll
athletics
anything,
for
Kelly, to
dance
show
or
how
something?
good we do this?
Yeah.
You can make maybe
Or
a
not.
performance. I'd love a
Good or
performance roll.
bad.
Performance?
Performance.
Sweet. I actually have good charisma as this character.
Would you-
21!
Strike again.
Okay, so I'm going to spend a
Well, what if
something.
My
spend a
performance
something-
roll, and it's Carmilla having to like have enough dex to keep
Nope.
up with
Here's
me.
what's gonna happen. You are going to dance,
Regardless.
and Carmilla, you are going to be doing like you're a little awkward. You're a little bit like two-stepping and kind of doing this, and then Lady Ellasandra kind of gives you an eye roll and actually like makes you do dancing. Like close dancing, right? And as you were doing so, you're kind of dancing and swaying, and you're starting to get into it. It's kind of weird with Lady Ellasandra leading. It's a little weird for Lady Ellasandra as well, because she's not quite as used to leading in these type of dances. But as you spin around one of the corners, there is a slick of ale on the ground that your heel is going to catch, and you are going to go completely back with Lady Ellasandra with that 21, was it?
Yeah.
Is going to step in and is going to catch you with a hand in the small of your back before you can strike your head on the floor, and ends up just dipping you is what it ends up.
Right.
Yes.
So I think somebody spilled some ale, and she'll help pull you up.
However, as you are saying that, there is a moment, because you both, well, one of you has had some drinks, you're going to notice just how brilliant Lady Alessandra's eyes are. And Lady Alessandra, conversely, as you are that close, your face is very, very close to each other, your hair kind of dangling and framing over Carmilla's face, you are going to get this strange scent. It smells like slightly withered roses. And it is this scent that you are picking up off of Carmilla's flesh that you have never smelled before. And it is the same type of tingle that you had when you smelled the scent of brimstone on the closet. And then you will say that and pull up.
Well, Glassstaff hasn't shown up yet tonight, so perhaps it is time for bed. Good night. And we'll just turn and disappear into the night, into fadedness.
As your camera blurs out.
Exactly.
Disappear.
I'm not here.
Good night.
Lyric
is dancing on tables at this point.
Possibly by now. There was a whole thing where she's definitely giving like Alessandra and Anthea attention too. Don't worry, everyone in the party's getting love. Anthea, she'll go over and be commenting on her hair, be like, "Oh, your hair and your hat, it's so lovely. Can I touch it? It's so it's like blueberries."
I like blueberries. They're very tasty. Like that. I think someone talked about a blueberry tea, and it was a drink.
One
Maybe I'll
blueberry
try
tea
one of
coming
those.
up for the heroes.
Oh, thanks.
Yes.
That sounds tasty.
goodness. It does, doesn't it? Yes. Let's have some more.
Yeah.
All right. So
That sounds
you
good.
continue enjoying yourselves throughout the night, eventually tuckering out and heading to bed. Everyone will eventually get a long rest. However, before that happens, Sindri, you lie in bed with all of your wounds just throbbing. However, the amount of alcohol that you've had and the sheer exhaustion from the day quickly distracts you and gives you this nice numbing feeling that pulls you into the warmth of your blankets and into a restful sleep, at least at first. But soon, you find yourself in a black expanse. The ground beneath you is the only thing with any shade, color, or shape to it. It's stone, sandstone. Huge chunks of it, 3 by 3, stacked next to each other in an immense grid that stretches 30 feet by 30 feet with mist at the edge. There's a silhouetted figure in front of you, sitting on its feet, its knees tucked out in front of it in a meditative pose.
I didn't think I drank that much, but okay. Sindri will start walking towards him slowly, realizing that he's probably not wearing shoes in his dream. Just
not.
like slowly padding towards them.
The floor is absolutely chilled under your feet. And as you are making your way forward, you are going to see old, lush greenery begin to fade into view around you, but somewhat muted. You realize immediately, though, this is a dream. You are completely lucid in this moment. And as you approach, the figure is going to come into shape. You are going to recognize Gorkle. His mustache long and dangling over his lower lip. So, you have come, and you survived what came before.
Barely, yes, but how are we here?
Where is here? Perhaps you are where you need to be. Just because you are resting, Sindri, does not mean that you cannot train.
So Sindri will throw his poncho aside in a dramatic gesture and reveal a chest that's covered in scars from what look like knife wounds and bar fights and just things that didn't heal quite right. All right.
You have gotten stronger. Good. Very good. Let's see what kind of heart you possess. And he will, even though I imagine that Gorkle's a fairly, I'm picturing like Uncle Iroh. Like that type of look. So he's like an old man in his 60s, kind of squat, like kind of a little bit flabby through the middle, who is going to basically just flick himself back up to his feet from the ankles up with the like a weightless quality. And he will square up and go, touch me if you can.
Oh, I hate this game, you know that. And Sindri will like launch himself forward, not giving any chance to really to contemplate, just going for it.
Make me an attack roll.
What are we doing if not going for it?
Do it.
All right. So. Of course, it's the one.
It's the one. It's the one. Perfect. So you're going to take a step forward and you're going to punch, and it's going to be that sluggish feeling that you get in dreams sometimes, like fighting through concrete. I think most people have had that dream where you're doing something and you just can't move. It's a fighting dream or maybe an athletic dream. This is both of them. And as you reach toward him, your hand is like going through molasses, like punching through thick water, and he steps aside gracefully, grabs you with two fingers around the wrist and his thumb, and throws you ass over tea kettle onto the ground so hard that you spin 3 times before hitting the ground, the air smashing out of your lungs. That was something.
It was a start, and then Sindri will try and spin his legs around and get the leg sweep.
All right, go ahead.
It's a tough day for Sindri here. It's 14.
14. All right, you are going to manage to collide, slamming the heel of your foot against his arm as he hard blocks you. Why do you fight? What drives you forward, Sindri?
The joy of it. And then that's when I'll go from the next one.
Oh, do it.
Just reverse it. And there is the 18.
Okay. It's going to swoop right by his nose, almost hitting it, but enough that he actually has to take a step back into a defensive stance. You square up again, And what makes you different than Karsten? Why do you walk a different path than he? Why should I believe that you are in the light?
Karsten, the other student, the one that fell into the poison fist.
Because suffering is not all that there is. There is worth, there's justice. There are things worth fighting for. And
Make me
then
an attack
now-
roll with advantage.
Yeah. And then there we go. That's the 18 plus 6 is 24.
Okay, how do you hit him?
So Sindri will stop trying to go for the swing, and just with the conviction, try the same punch he did first, and just like settle back into it, and then the defensive stance, and then just hit him aim square for the chest.
You hit him square in the chest, and as you do, there's the sound of cracking, like a breaking vase, slowly splintering, and as you strike into it, you will see his chest there, underneath his gi, begin to splinter and flake away like burned paper. And as you are holding, your fist is stuck to him. And as he fades away, you are going to realize that it is a false facade. The paper flakes away, and you are going to see a shield made of gold. And then another one. And then another one, until you realize they are not shields at all, not kite shields, but interlocking segments of scale. And looming over you is a tremendous, gargantuan, golden-scaled dragon.
Then perhaps you are worthy for the next step. Ascend, my student.
And what do you do?
Sindri's gonna stand and just bow.
Enjoy the heart of a dragon.
And it touches your chest with a claw. And it hurts like nothing that you have ever earned before. And you will awaken the next morning with a significant amount of heartburn. And as you suddenly lurch to, all of the toxins in your system roiling from a night of drinking, you're going to lean over and expel into the bucket that was kicked there. And as you do, there is just this moment where you vomit and then cough, and a gout of flame is going to shoot out of your mouth, burning the side of the bucket.
Oh God, what is in this ale? Oh, they're trying to kill me. Ah, God, why? And the bucket goes out the window, just like.
All right. And as you throw it out the window, I'm spending if something good happens for my benefit. You know, it's going to hurt them more for that. We're going to cut to outside where several Redbrands have been chained in a line, and one of them is going, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good about my life here. I think we're really going to turn things around. It's all looking up from here, and this bucket of puke's just going to land on his head. And you'll hear, you know, I probably deserve this. And I think this is where we're gonna cut to a quick break, everybody. So folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Gross indeed.
Oh, that poor one.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. The YouTube
He's
comments
trying.
Yep, he's trying. We'll be right back.
everybody. Welcome back. This is the part of the program where we can talk to the chat for a few minutes because we're behind schedule or ahead of schedule. We're on schedule somehow. Man, it was a long weekend, and I'm really excited to be back with everybody. I hope you enjoyed that scene of just of all sorts of stuff. Krista, your reaction. I'm gonna have to make a YouTube short of that because like I was doing like the and thank you for giving me a moment to like sink into the Uncle Iroh impression because I was like, am I gonna go there? And then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go Mock Mako. So, my student.
Good. I think this is what this group needed. Like, we needed a moment to be like, we are a party. Because there hasn't really been anything. There's been a lot of stuff to do. And really, in like the logical thing to happen, we would all split up and decide, oh, I think this is most important. I think this is most important. I think this is most important. And we would all dissipate. But having a moment like this that solidifies like, oh, we're being called the heroes of Phandelver. Phandelver. Then like whatever this place is. And I think that kind of solidifies us as like,
well, and it helped give us more time to like really flesh out some of that RP that has happened in between other sessions, like hints of it here and there of character building and like relationship building. And having a setting where we can be goofy about it. But roleplay makes it a lot easier for it to move smoothly and have stuff come up and have an idea to do. And I did say this outside of game when we had our little break screen, but something that I really enjoy doing is pulling stuff out and playing it with the most innocent face possible to cause Christa to break like that. Because that's amazing. I love it. I love it so much. It's hilarious. Robin and I were talking about that during Extra Life. How much fun it is to break Christa.
This is why Krista's always like, Kelly, why are you tricking me into going into more things and convincing me into more? It's because you're delightful and shut up.
So what you're saying is I don't actually have to play in games. I just have to sit in the corner and react.
Yeah, bitch. I'd have you there just as show dressing.
Fantastic. From now on, I'm not doing any costuming. I'm not making a character. I'm just going to.
No, you got to do that. You got to do that for the audience sake. For the audience sake. For tax purposes, you have to.
For tax purposes.
I don't even know what that means, but we're good.
Speaking of things that were discussed outside, I had talked with Amy. I was like, I really want to have this conversation with you about like how Lyric feels about being a monster. And that was like, and I'm glad I talked to you about it first because I was like, yeah, I want to give you some time to like think about what your reaction would be. Cause like, obviously a character can be like, you know, a person can be asked those questions and they'll go, oh yeah, this is my thoughts. Whereas like when you have to all of a sudden think about how your character feels about that, it can be a little bit of a, So I mean, if you're at a table and it's just you and your friends, you know, obviously you can spring that on somebody. But when you're trying to do a performative podcast, you're a performative stream, you obviously want to like have a little pre-thought go into it. But that was honestly the best way that conversation could have gone.
I'm so glad I had fun with it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much of that conversation Lyric's gonna remember in the morning. Yeah. I feel like I should roll for that and like maybe roll percentiles for like.
So, on that note, when we hop back into game in a minute, I want to know, going forward, do you guys want to spend some time kicking around Phandelver, or you want to start getting the show on the road? Like, what do you? I'm fine with either, but you could go sell some of your goods, maybe buy some equipment. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shopping trip. Oh yeah. Anthea is gonna say that she wants to go to the mining place. She wants to get some cool rocks.
All right.
One cool rock. One very expensive cool rock.
I think for Alessandra, at least, I am mainly interested in saving enough money to get my armor repaired. But of course, that is going to be a little bit locked to leveling and when you think it most appropriate. So I'm not going to fuss about it too much.
The money is the guideline. The money, basically consider it like an XP threshold. Because remember, in D&D First Edition, in Chainmail at the very least, gold was experience.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's right. It was capitalism, the game.
So we do have like a pile of gems. 5 carnelians, 2 paradox, and 2 sets of earrings that we need to sell. Get a praise sell.
Yeah. So like I'm happy to do that. I don't necessarily care to focus on it too much, but if everybody else wants to, then I'm happy to be along for the ride.
Okay. Quick reminder that every one of those crossbows is worth... Crossbow light is worth 12 gold pieces, 1250.
Nice.
So, and you have, what, 6 of them? And then 6 short swords and 4 long swords. Let's just double check how much you can get out of that. So 5 per short sword and 7.5 per long sword.
Which
So,
question,
like-
was somebody keeping track of all that?
Only what I took personally.
Okay.
I tracked the coinage in bulk. And
You guys
I
took all the weapons, right?
I think so.
I mean,
Did
Lyric
we?
took a bunch of stuff for herself, but sorry.
We did take a bunch of
Um,
stuff.
I know I said I
But I
was
think
taking the fancy, or I took the fancy short sword, and the 2 fancy light crossbows got taken.
I
Yeah.
did take a crossbow, yeah.
Me too.
And I know
So-
Lyric was like, "Why do you care about the prettiness if it?" But I know that Lyric was planning on selling them because
Yeah,
as much as we could.
Okay, so
So,
you
I don't know how
2 of
many
you
we
are keeping the pretty things and one of you is selling it?
We're selling the not pretty ones, but we're
Yeah.
keeping
Yeah.
the pretty ones, I think. Yep.
Sounds good. Also, Torque the Dork. I'm also a dork. Nice to meet you. So just a comment from the chat right now. I've been watching your YouTube for a little over a year. Been stealing ideas from my games for just as long. First stream made you live.
Nice.
Good to see you live. Steal away. I steal constantly from things. I literally just stole Uncle Iroh.
That was more an homage.
It was an homage. Everything is an homage. It's a pastiche.
Everything is
right?
homage.
everything is
Everything's an homage.
remixed.
Pistachio.
Everything.
Mm.
The thing is that you got to change it enough to not be what it is. But yeah, borrow the hell out of everything. File the serial numbers off and make it off like whatever. Make it yourself. But thank you so much for the
Yeah,
praise, man.
I'm
That's
pretty sure
wonderful.
someone straight up just took all of our PCs from Netherdeep and made them their NPCs.
They
I
did.
think
In
twice.
What?
Yeah, people.
Yeah.
So
The biggest freaking
Someone
compliment in the
mentioning
world. I think it was also
Mulligan.
Sorcerer Sanguine was one of them, and Sorcerer Sanguine also, because we looked at Call of the Netherdeep and we're like, this story doesn't work in A, B, C, D, E, F. You need to go C, A, B. You need to like change all the acts around, and he did it, and it worked apparently. So
Nice.
it's so nice when we're just saying stuff and it actually turns out to be right. I love being accidentally right. No, but it's wonderful to see people do that in practice. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Join the Discord if you're not already on it. Hang out. You can
More
ask us
raiders,
questions.
Hello.
Hello, Raiders. Good to see you there. Better than heroes. Raiders are better than heroes. Big damn heroes. All right. So, was there anything else you want to talk about? Thank you so much for supporting us on Extra Life. We're looking at maybe doing one more day of it because last night, so we found out what it was. Robin's power killed right when my character got stabbed because of a planned power outage that her district didn't tell anybody about.
Huh.
So that's fun. So the power was off at 4:30 or until 4:30 in the morning or something like that.
Cool.
Wow, that's super helpful.
Oh, was Larouk the other one who was doing it? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, it's super a pain in the ass. So we got killed by bureaucracy last night. So we got to finish that because it was a really good game. There was
So
it was
much fun.
it was a vibe game, man.
That's
Like it
so
was so
good.
vibing.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, it's BC Hydro that did it,
yeah,
not the district.
I
so.
love all the characters were so delightful, and I'm very glad that I got an opportunity. I'm very sad that Christine was sick and couldn't play in it, and I'm very glad she's feeling better now. But I am very thankful for the opportunity to have played in that game because it was very delightful.
Right, and we'd love to get you. Well, we also want Christine to be in the Horse Girl sequel because that
Yeah.
went.
Oh, it went off the
directions.
rails.
How much you
So off
love
the
that,
rails.
Christine.
Honestly,
You
guys,
believe
if
it?
if you didn't watch this weekend, like I want to get a few people back to like do sequels and stuff. I really want to go back and have Ravnos Archon run more. I see Ravnos Archon there. I want Ravnos Archon to run more 7th Sea so that I can play my Arnold Schwarzenegger like swashbuckler some more. I was so excited for that because I would just spent the whole time being like, nah. I made a cigar during the game out of Sharpie and look, it's even got a flame. I'm so proud of this thing because I spent the entire game being like, so what are we doing
Incredible.
now? We got to go get to the cannibal. It's dope. It was dope. But it was a lot of fun. It was great. And Chris, were you an alien or oh, Chris, you were in Unknown Armies.
Yeah.
Which was pitched to me, and I was a little nervous because it was like a super mature game that was pitched as like a Nordic LARP almost, with like super high stakes and all of this drama, and you're a bunch of convicts who like kidnap people, and immediately turned into like Parks and Rec.
Like,
Hilarious.
because I didn't I'll be real, I didn't read the brief till earlier this week. I was like, sure, I'll do that, whatever. I've had a very busy month. And then I was reading, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. All
This
right,
is super
sure.
dark.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I'm the one. Spoilers for I guess our Extra Life game, but I'm the one convict with a gun that has all these hostages. I'm like, oh god, like, and then it went off the rails real quick, and it was super fun. Like once the tension broke, like it was like super vibey, super funny. And I was like, oh god, how do I make this not? Because I can play tense.
We've done it before, right?
Extra Life is very hard to play a tense game because when curveballs are being thrown at you, it's really hard to take that and turn it into a dramatic moment. But it's way easier to be like, oh look, it's Shia LaBeouf. Like, oh yes, I hit him in the face with a sack of
I reached for my
like,
pop-ups, and they're not on this.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Like I love playing tense, but I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to play tense in front of an audience.
Yeah.
There's a certain level of that. Like when we were playing 10 Candles the other night, and I had to like spend time with Caitlan at the end of the game, we'll say.
I'm just thinking about that today for some reason, actually.
It was like, I'm sorry, Caitlan, but oop.
No, that's all good. It was really dramatic. It was good.
Really dramatic. Like I really enjoy playing games under Precarious. I did not enjoy I think that I needed a little more come down time after that game because it was so bleak. And afterwards I was just like sitting watching YouTube being cranky for like 2 hours.
Oh no.
It was a mood game, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it will be on YouTube very soon.
Yeah, and the Blood Boat is just like so fucking wild. I cannot wait to get back to being on a boat and being a little guy.
Just a little guy.
Just
I want to be a little guy too.
Just a gross little guy.
It's, you and I were like the yin yang of gross guys.
As soon as you opened your mouth, I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is all I need. Continue.
I tried to figure out what was different. I'm like, no, it's the fangs. I can't
Shania.
I can't do it without the fangs in because of how you have to talk around the fangs.
And I think Robin's saying right now in the chat that Bloodboat was the most fun that she's ever had DMing, and I think it was probably the most. I think it was the most into it you've ever been DMing too. So if obviously it's funnier and it's more slapdash because it is like a homebrew straw joke. But Robin, try to bring that energy into Radiant Citadel. Don't worry so much about hitting the high beats of the module and hit the high beats for the characters. We're going way off script with Phandelver because I'm finally comfortable enough running for stream that I'm like, Netherdeep was really big on that because there's so much of Netherdeep that you have to like just improvise and like play to your characters. So like I'm finally like, we're going off script. I don't care. We're gonna have fun with this. So
I've been finding that a lot with Strixhaven too, of just like the first
Strixhaven's
season
impossible.
is like because it really is more of like a very overarching like the module isn't that big, but you could play that game for like you could literally play the first year for exactly. And I think you would have a lot of fun with it, but like you just kind of like the fact when you just kind of go bomb and just go for it, right? I think that's when you have the most fun. Everybody has the most fun.
I think so, and I'm really excited because tomorrow is the season finale. So thank you. And somebody actually joined recently, just messaged and said they loved watching it so much they joined the Patreon just to catch up. Aww. So I'm really excited about that. I'm sad that we're going on break in a little bit, but hopefully
Well, we're gonna go on break, and then we have some plans for what's gonna happen on break.
there's going to be some stuff during the break, folks. It's going to be wild. But yeah, thank you. Oh, and also, if you're on Twitch right now, look at the Strixhaven animated GIF that we have now. And if you look closely, you'll see that Arlen goes from normal to Agahau in the GIF. It's real quick. It's only 5 frames, because I only have 60 frames to play with for Twitch emotes. But it's there, and she goes...
Oh my
It's there.
God.
I love it. I love it so much. It's real subtle. But yeah, we've got...
Bryn and
we
I
have-
fight about that so much.
I bet. But we've got GIF emotes of the Shards of Nirn cast and of Dragonlance now from our chibi artist, Mix X, or Mix Light. Because Mix Light is just the best. Also, if you're watching this later, I know Light watches some of our stuff. Light, thank you so much for all of the hard work you've been doing on our chibis. We also have a bunch of new projects that are going to be launching soon. Quick reminder before we head back in, because they're so good. What's so good? The chibis?
Oh, the chibis.
The chibis are
They're
so good.
so
Quick
cute.
reminder, like Dork tells people, if you want chibis of yourself as well,
I was
for,
thinking
like-
about it, but I don't DM.
Mine is so good.
It's in the Strixhaven one.
If you can catch in the Strixhaven, like when Kelly sent it to me, he's like, anything you want to change, and I was like, fucking no, that's so good. Like it's just like me as a like really it's just perfect.
it's super reasonably she's very
Yep.
reasonably priced for like stuff. Like honestly, I'd say like all of you should commission her. You can't have her. She's ours. Because we're so the
keeping her
original story.
fucking busy.
She's busy. We originally like commissioned her because Jen got Josephine and then got Robin a birthday present of Riz. And I love the chibi art so much, and we've been looking for a new chibi artist because our old one stopped doing commissions. And so I reached out and I'm like, hey, can you do this? And she quoted me a price, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get I want to get the Dragonlance people done. And then I shared it around, and I'm like, oh, so now the Strixhaven people want it done, and the Shards of Nirn people want it done. So I eventually had to go to the artist and be like, hey, you know how I said we need 8 of them? How do you feel about a few more? And she's like, oh, well, I actually went on a trip recently, so I could use some extra money. That'd be good. And I'm like, how many more? 10? 38? And she's like, it's gonna have to be in batches. I'm like, oh no, take your time. I'm like,
There is no due date.
there's no dude, before 2024 would be great, but but we have some new art that's being commissioned by Braha Haga for a project, who is another one of our artists, and that is going to be a game announced on the final episode of Dragonlance. So speaking of which, Dragonlance is this week. Chris and Caitlan are away at a wedding in the Great White North somewhere. So we are obviously going lost in the wilderness. It's a wood wedding. The gnomes are getting married. Dorlin finally met somebody. It's just a straw dummy. Don't tell him.
Oh my God.
And so as we are as we're going into the end of Dragonlance, we actually thought Dragonlance would be done by November. So we didn't plan for this, that this wedding would interfere with things. So obviously, real life. So we're doing a how to run for the first half of the game, which Chris won't be at. But then we're going to be jumping back into normal Dragonlance next week. Besides that, Thursday, we still have 3 more games of The World Below, which is a new Onyx Path game that you can back on BackerKit that is being sponsored by Onyx Path for us to run, and it's going real well so far. Krista's little rock trick was the dumbest thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life, and you should all watch that episode because it's wonderful.
I'm very proud of it.
I was
the hat
just
I
like, there's
wear.
no way I can get out of this. You rolled too many too many hits. Also, that combination with your hair works way too well with your makeup.
Really good.
Suspiciously well. So yeah, a bunch of great stuff coming, and I just want to say that a lot of you, you like our D&D content, but you like other content we do. The new game is not D&D. So I will give you that little tidbit. I think you'll really like it. The last thing on top of that I want to say as well is that I received a comment earlier today on YouTube that said, hey, I really love your stuff. Have you considered doing stuff that isn't Wizards of the Coast D&D, like third-party modules and things like that? And I've got a lot of homebrew stuff I run on the channel. I prefer that to running modules in general, to be honest. But people like watching the modules, and I have to eat. So there's always that. But there I've looked at a couple. So if you guys know of any really long-form third-party modules that you think would be popular, please let me know. Because one I'm looking at potentially doing in the next little bit is Sunken Isles, which is a game by Runesmith, the YouTuber, and a bunch of his people. Put together this game, and it's a level 1 to 20 game that lasts 20 sessions, and you gain a level a session, and you're shipwrecked on an island. Like basically you get shipwrecked in a Polynesian style island and have to survive, because in 20 episodes something's coming to destroy the island and you have to stop it. So you have to survive, work with the locals, and level the hell up. And I kind of like that for 20 episodes. It feels like a good amount of time. I don't know, but I think that'll be closer to like summer if we did that, so that we could wear warmer clothes, or like less warm clothes, I guess was what I'm saying. And then the other thing that is cool is that Planescape is starting in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Hey,
I didn't know you were speaking, Carmilla. Yeah.
Blah. Blah.
Kaplas. Wait, no, that's Klingon. But anyway, folks, if that's everything, thank you so much for all of your love and support. Let's head back into game. Yeah, you gotta make your stuff for that, Amy. Just make Robin make it for you, or make Christa make it for you.
I got stuff. I can do it.
Oh, Christa, I need to commission you for.
Don't.
I know you're stupid busy.
Talk
I'm not
to
going
me.
to.
I know you were.
I'm gonna order some stuff. Although I could really, if you're bored, I could really use your help thinking up an idea for an outfit to wear for Planescape. Because like, go look at the art for Planescape. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna wear as a DM for that. In Phandelver, I can get away with like a Henley and be like, it's a peasant shirt. But like in Planescape, if I don't have ruffles, I'm failing.
Toga.
I already wear a toga. I wear a toga for Arcos.
Yeah, we're reverse it. Reversible toga.
An agate? Egg.
Nope.
I'm like trying to pronounce it in a way I'm okay with.
No, we're not going to actually.
A goat. A goat.
A goat. There we go. Phandelver like Minehorn whistle goes off.
No.
Again, hold on. BC Ferry whistle goes again.
Yeah, BC. Thank you for boarding the PD. It is now time for all drivers and passengers to return to their vehicles.
Bum bum or whatever it is.
All right, you found the town cat again. That's great. Oh my god. Okay. Damn it. Okay, I'm glad some of you find this. For the 4 of you that don't just automatically click the chapter skip button, thank you. Leave me a comment below and I'll give you a heart or something. All right, folks, it is time for us to head back into Phandelver and below the Shattered Obelisk here on Dork Tales. The next morning, you all awaken, some of you a bit more rudely than others. The town is bustling. Unlike you, they all had to wake up early to do various chores, feed their chickens and cows, and keep the town in order. Outside, you hear the sound of wagons and mules. You hear the sounds of people saying good morning to each other. And each and every one of you will eventually wake and stumble downstairs to the smell of porridge and fresh fried back bacon. Good morning, Toblin says, with no air of a hangover about his surprisingly youthful face.
Morning.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, no, that's fine. Thank you.
Do you want some hair of the
can I
dog?
get some breakfast?
Hey, absolutely. I've already got it served up for you.
Bless.
We go. We got a shipment of maple syrup in too, so the porridge is extra sweet today.
Thank you kindly.
Well, I guess technically you're the ones that brought the maple syrup, so thank you.
Sindri will take his plate and settle a spot by facing away from the windows.
Okay.
He's backlit.
He's backlit. He's very shady. What's everybody doing? Are you just heading downstairs, or is there something that you're doing inside of your room beforehand?
I think Lyric is looking at the ceiling and trying to figure out how she got there and why her mouth tastes like I don't know, pork, maybe bacon.
Lyric,
When did
as
that
you're
happen?
laying there, you feel the sheets shift next to you. And you feel
Hello?
you could have enjoyed the flesh. You hear whispered in your ear. could've-
Okay, nope, bad, nope. She just like bolts up and is probably gonna like grab her head and be like, oh no.
And can you make me a perception roll?
Sure. To perceiving things, I only have a +1 to perception, so that's a 15. Oh, that's a better roll than
Glancing
I was
down,
expecting.
you can see the outline of a body on your sheets. It's long, tall, nearly 7 feet tall, you'd say, but with thin proportions and the curve of a woman's breast pressing into the sheet.
Gonna like hand to like mid body, just be like to, like the space where it would be, to see if she can feel anything.
Your hand passes directly through, and you'll hear
Right.
echo out of your
So-
perception.
Ghosts?
Your sheets are hot to the touch, as if they'd been left out in the sun all day. Good morning! Breakfast is ready!
Ow! Oh, ow! Could you keep it down a little?
Oh, sorry. Has anybody seen my mop bucket?
I have a feeling that Lyric's probably gonna like actually start motioning forward and is probably also gonna start like.
There's
if
a window
there's
right there.
Is there a chamber pot or anything?
There is. There is.
Because that's probably the first.
An old tin one, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's where everything comes from, and she's gonna be very confused, being like, when did I eat that?
There's
I
like
don't remember
corn.
eating
Why?
corn. Yeah, I don't remember eating corn.
It's always corn. You've been eating corn since you were in Baldur's Gate.
It's
Ugh.
corn.
God damn it. It's got the juice.
Ow.
Gross.
In this case, yes, probably.
Okay.
The worst.
So, as you are emptying your stomach, Anthea, did you sleep last night?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
She's
so
gonna
you're
be
kind of
waking up
asleep
a
at
little
your.
bit earlier. Yeah.
You're just gonna kind of like jolt awake at your table, working on the returning.
Oh, I was almost done.
Okay. All right. So, looking down, you have. So you just make one of them, right?
Yeah, I can only make one per long rest.
Okay. So looking down at this, you see this. I want you to just describe this for me. So it was a normal hand axe before. What does it look like now? So basically a hatchet.
Yes, yeah. So it's gonna basically she kind of had the hand axe part, but kind of more elongated into like a scythe. And then the handle is now more like a curve. So it kind of looks like a boomerang. She's really going with the boomerang angle.
Nice.
But that's kind of shaped like that. It's kind of like a crescent moon. And yeah.
Nice.
Just with
does it
whatever she has. So it's not like wood. It doesn't look like one solid piece. It's just probably bits
So-
of metal and stuff.
So holding it up, you are going to just give it a quick little test to start things off. And as you do you just give it a throw?
Yeah.
Okay. So doing so, there's just going to be this hum
Ooh.
that comes from your hand. as it swings back into it. A little bit of D&D ASMR right there, folks.
Nice. That was awesome. Oh, that feels pretty good. I'd say this one's a pretty good one.
It absolutely teleports back into your hand without a problem. You now have a great present for your friend.
Yay.
Across the hall, Lady Alessandra, you will also hear come from one of the rooms. Lady Alessandra, what are you doing today? How are you waking up?
She got up early, probably with sunrise, and started doing her meditation in the morning to change her spells, etc.
Perfect. As you
Before
pray
going
that
breakfast.
morning, to Helm, you head out and bump into Lyric as she drags herself out for breakfast. The smell of fresh cooked oats wafting up alongside that delicious, the Maillard reaction on that back bacon is stretching all the way up in to your nose. It's great.
Oh, it's so strong.
Do you want my porridge? I'll eat your bacon.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Oh my.
She has a little bit of a moment of just like a very subtle, but
Ow.
yes.
All right.
I feel like she probably was forced to eat a lot of porridge or like eat the healthy options before she could have anything tasty type thing. So now she's
Vector
just like,
cereal.
toast
Right.
bacon.
Vector's
and
actually
eggs.
pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would choose it.
I know. I like Vector too, but it's
him
is that
too.
a healthy cereal? It's not good.
That's how to tell we're getting old.
Yeah.
I started liking oatmeal a couple of years ago. I don't know. It just became like a thing. When I'm sick, I eat oatmeal.
Yeah, same.
I don't know.
Just
So,
I have it with
Cottage
camping.
cheese and
That's about it.
peanuts.
oh god, I'm cottage
What?
cheese. Yeah, we're old. So heading
I just love
downstairs. Heading downstairs, you are all going to be served. Trilena is moving around, making sure that everybody has a big bowl of porridge as well. With some local berries, blueberry, raspberry, and boysen, all kind of stacked on the side neatly, as well as like some little sprigs of some slightly sweet herbs there to kind of bring out some of the flavor. The bacon as well is very well spiced with some rosemary and a little bit of it's gonna be thyme, because they just work well together. That's why there's the song. So you are all served your food in pretty equal order. And as you are all sitting there, Anthea, you're last to arrive because you were putting the
Yep.
finishing touches on.
Yep. She
as-
probably is so late that people are like, oh man, I hope she didn't die. She doesn't really drink very much. She didn't drink that much. And then she bounced down the stairs.
I don't think Carmilla's come down yet.
Oh, Carmilla has not come down yet. So, Anthea, you come down to see that 3 of your party members are downstairs.
Well,
gonna-
there's a lump that has horns that is like face down on the table, like, oh.
That's
Like-
unfortunate. She's gonna bound, and then do that like cartoon stop with her feet. Oh, where's Carmilla?
Not sure. I thought she was upstairs with you.
Oh.
We didn't actually share a room. Okay, I'll go find her. Bounce,
So you're gonna
bounce,
look
bounce,
over
bounce,
to Alessandra. Not quite what I meant, but okay.
Can you find her quieter, please?
Creep.
Okay. As you're doing that, Lyric Pip is going to walk behind the counter and go, "Hey, I brought these for you." And as you're laying there, you're going to feel a pressure on your horn.
Huh?
Oh,
What?
And as you sit up, you're going to feel this donut slide down your horn.
Is it
I got it from the
sticky?
baker. Here, and one for you, and one for you. It's an old-fashioned glazed.
Perfect. Thank you.
So yes, there is some like glaze on her horns now. Okay.
Yeah. You're a glazed tiefling.
Oh, it just makes lyrics sweeter.
Thanks, Pip. Sindri will like scarf his down.
It's pretty solid, actually.
Alessandra's gonna savor hers.
There's also some coffee on brew as well that you brought into town, as well as tea. So you have a full, nice breakfast.
Inside of you are 2 wolves. One of them scarfs the food. One of them jumps to eats it.
It's because of a teleportation mishap.
Yeah.
Or in some cases, there's 20 of them.
Lyric, how do you think you're going to fare on a horse today?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyhow.
So, what happened after Sildar came downstairs?
When?
He came downstairs more than once?
Like at the start of the night? Midway through? We chatted, we caught up, and he...
Oh, okay. So we told him about the fights.
Yeah.
And then there was some... Was there some dancing?
There was lots of dancing, Lyric.
You were most enthusiastic in the dancing. Is Lyric the only one who looks really hungover?
Yeah.
Like
Everybody
really
else seemed
pained?
like they survived.
Is that something that healing could fix?
Remove poison would. Yeah.
Remove poison, okay.
Absolutely. Or lesser restoration would also fix that completely.
Okay, so actual spells.
Hmm.
Okay, never mind then.
Other than that,
I don't have spells for much.
Oh, I thought 5 lay on hands was cure poison. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm-
but I also
That's
have
true.
something as a ASMR, healing hands, which does hit point bonus, like increase, not increase, but healing. So I was like, oh well, that's not something that's used too much. So
We'll just
might as
we'll
well.
just drink some black coffee and hit the road, and
yeah, that's fine.
eventually the clear air will clear us out.
That's true.
Clears up, sorry,
there-
clears up.
I'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Not worried,
you-
Lyric.
You'll hear some heavy footsteps coming up to the front door, and the door is going to swing open, revealing Sildar Hallwinter. Broad-shouldered, his hair black with little streaks of salt and pepper through it, and his stubble. As he walks in, and oh, good, you're awake. I was wondering if y'all want to hit the shops today. I can probably negotiate a good deal with some of those weapons you mentioned seizing last night.
I know Anthea wanted to go to the shop, so
You hear her voice in your head. Yes. Yes.
here we'll grab a plate of breakfast for you. Have you already eaten?
I've been up for hours. I got things I gotta do. Checking in on the Redbrands that you ended up putting away. They're still there. In fact, a lot of them seem pretty contrite. They've almost fractured into 2 factions. It's weird. I've never seen anything like that with bandits before. Some of them seem like they're genuinely trying to reform themselves.
Sindri's just gonna look at Lady Alessandra. That's you. You're a good influence on people. Like Lyric.
I influence Lyric? How?
When did that happen?
I'm just starting shit. No, you did a good job with the bandits.
Oh, thank you.
We even had some of them working outside today. I managed to get a chain gang going to help restore some of the property they damaged.
You've done a good thing. Thanks for that.
I think you guys are the ones who did the good thing. Sorry I couldn't have been there beside you. But I've got good news. I've already gone and spoken with some of the merchants, and, well, if you need horses, we've got them.
Awesome.
On top of that, on top of the 2 that you already had from before, I'm sure Gundren won't mind you hanging on to his horses for him until you bring him back. But you also can have access to that cart if needed. But if you don't feel like a cart, I've got 5 horses lined up for you.
That's perfect.
You
do we
all
wanna- Sorry. go
can
ahead.
ride, right?
I'm sure with a little bit of guidance I can learn. Looks hopefully over at Lady Alessandra.
You'll
Well.
be fine. We'll make sure you're fine. Or you'll fall off the horse a few times, and then you'll be fine. You get used to it.
Elmina's handling the horses for you. As soon as you need them, head over.
Thanks, Sildar.
Of course, and I've got something special waiting there for you as well. I called in some credit I owed you.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Of course. You guys are heroes. You saved my life, you got me back here, and you kicked the Redbrands' asses. I'm impressed. I just
Sildar,
wish I
did you...
could-
Did you know Glassstaff?
Glassstaff.
Yeah.
I never met him. I heard
His-
rumors about him.
Iarno?
I'm sorry, what? What
His name
about
was-
Yarno?
That was... Glassstaff was the name Iarno went by.
Okay, I'm gonna step over there.
Yarno Albrecht.
That's right.
About this tall? Brown beard?
Sildar, or, Sindri's gonna... Yes, that's about right.
He's Glassstaff.
Yeah.
Motherfucker! He's gonna start kicking chairs. Toblin's just gonna...
I got this one.
Can you make me a persuasion roll to calm him down?
Not well, lol.
You know what? For some strange reason, you'll have advantage.
Okay. Oh, actually, that's not so bad. 16.
16. Okay, so he's going to kick a chair across the floor. It's going to smash against the wall, bending one of its legs at a horrible angle. But as you go, how do you calm him down?
Hey. He'll just kind of like get in the way of the next chair. Actually, no, he'll just take the next chair and just like spin it around and then sit on it. Hey.
I'm sorry. Toblin, I'll pay for it.
I know you're good for it. Here, have a seat.
You don't understand.
No, I don't. Why don't you tell me about it?
Yarno's a member of the Lord's Alliance like me. It's our job to protect people in settlements like this. We dedicate our lives to it. And if what you're saying is true, and he just turned tail on hundreds of years of dedication and tradition, he's ruined our reputation, and he's sullied the honor of everyone in the Lord's Alliance who has bled or died for the cause. And not only that, I thought he was my friend. I'm sorry.
We'll bring him to account. We're not going to let this stand. He's got more to answer for than even you know. Let's get here. Let's grab some chairs. Let's grab a coffee. We have a couple more things to talk to you about.
Sure.
And he's gonna wait for Anthea and Carmilla to get down.
Just promise me this, Sindri. I want you to bring him in alive. He needs to stand trial for what he's done.
Sindri's gonna look over to Lady Alessandra, and he murdered Lady Barraquel previously.
Oh.
I don't know if he's gonna make it back to town.
Alessandra is trying to look her most innocent and kind of...
Well, I guess do your best. Lyric, you had a question.
So Lyric, when that started happening, quickly like as quickly as she could, shuffled over out of the blast zone of whatever potential outfall it was going to happen, but she was still very much paying attention, and would like to insight Sildar's reaction. It seems pretty genuine.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming you want me to do this with disadvantage.
No, do it flat.
Yeah, cool. Mother. Fuckity. I do not do super well because I insight at a 5.
At a 5?
Yeah, I rolled 4.
Oh, seemed pretty legit to you.
Yeah, okay.
Then again, maybe he was just overacting. Maybe that was an Al Pacino there.
That was awfully... I don't know. I have no idea.
Pacinesque. All right. And as you're looking at that kind of... We're going to pan through the floor to Carmilla's door. Anthea walking up the stairs, humming to herself. Okay, take it away. What do you do?
Carmilla, I have
The
a
door-
present.
The door will open like just a tiny crack, and you'll just kind of see her face go, "Oh, Anthea, oh yes,
Hi.
Come in."
Oh, who are you expecting?
Oh. Nobody. That's just come in.
Oh, I'm coming. Scary.
Close the door, and you'll notice that Carmilla's like put her hair back a little bit so that it's like not completely in her face, and it's
Oh.
like tried to like pull it back a little bit. Does it look okay?
That looks great.
Thank you. Sorry, what did you come up for?
Aha! Ta-da! And she's gonna present the throwing axe scythe thing she's created. Boomerang.
Boomerax.
Ooh, boomerax.
It kind of looks like a
Love it.
climbing axe mixed with like something else.
So you throw it, and it will come back after
Oh,
it hits
wow.
whatever it's supposed to hit.
Amazing. Well, I'll
Try it out.
I will perhaps go outside to do that.
Oh, I did it in the
Wait.
room. But you're much stronger than I am, so that's a good idea.
And my aim has been quite bad lately. Perhaps this will bring me better luck.
Yeah. I will send you the exact things of what it does. 'Cause
Sick.
it's more than just returning, just a little bit, but yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you want to give it a try?
Da-da-da.
I think she's gonna head downstairs because I want to like throw it outdoors.
Okay.
So we'll try it as soon as I get outside. But is everyone else up and ready to go?
You'll hear a crash downstairs.
Oh, well, that wasn't happening when I was down there. Mostly up, but I think ready to go.
Well, we should probably figure out what that is. That didn't sound very good.
Yeah, that's true.
Going downstairs, you'll see a chair that's been hastily propped back up. Sildar, Sindri, Lyric, and Lady Alessandra sitting and drinking coffee. The room's a little thick with tension.
I don't know what just. She's gonna scurry over to Sindri. I was gonna mix your names together.
I ship it.
Sildri.
Hi.
What just happened?
Oh, here, grab a seat. I was just updating Sildar about what we learned in.
Oh yes.
So, Sildar, if you don't mind me repeating what you had told me. Glassstaff, or Yarno, was a member of the Lord's Alliance, and he has betrayed Sildar, who was also a member of the Lord's Alliance, and his friend.
Probably how we could get so close to your aunt, having that pedigree. She probably trusted him.
Oof, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's bad news.
I'd like to see him stand trial, but whatever you do has to be done.
Sildar, while we go and chase down our lead to try and find Gundren, are you going to be in town here?
Somebody has to. There aren't very many of us who know how to handle a sword in Phandelver. It's me.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. You guarantee if I see him, there's going to be trouble.
Yeah, I bet. Carmilla, what kind of expression is Carmilla wearing right now? The same one? Just like...
No, not picking chips out of my teeth.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out like that. I thought you were doing like a big shifty eye like emoji. Like, yeah.
No, just trying to get it some nachos. No, Carmilla's probably, I mean, she's been a little suspicious of Sildar, but I think this is sort of like, okay, he didn't know, because like I think someone had said like Sildar's the spider.
Yeah.
I can't
It
remember.
was Ellasandra was like, "Is Sildar the spider?" And it was a really good sting.
Right.
I loved it.
Yeah,
But it seems like
and I
not.
think she did. I think she did briefly believe that as well, and was kind of like really suspicious of like who he might be. But I think that's kind of like this. It seems very genuine, his surprise and that kind of thing. So I think she doesn't think he is for now. We'll see how this develops.
Mr.
but,
Sildar, and another thing.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing. No, I think she's a little self-involved at the moment, which, you know, let's be honest, she probably usually is. When you have that temperament of like, I'm always worried what people are thinking about me, you never actually think about the other people that might be thinking about you, because they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about their own shit. And you're ignoring their shit in favor of your own shit. So I think she's kind of like that, where she's kind of like mucking with her hair and kind of fiddling and not really sure what to do with herself, and is like trying to eat a couple of things. And
All right, well,
Yeah.
as soon as Carmilla's done, let's go shopping. All right, let's go. And with that, he takes you up and out and around Phandelver. As you step back out to the town, and everything is bustling out there. The inn's doors close behind you. You still have that beautiful taste of breakfast and coffee on your tongue. And as you head through the town, it is not too long before he takes you back to Barthen's Provisions. Of course, on the way, you would have grabbed all of the equipment and weapons you plan on selling, of course. And as he takes you over there, you walk in the door. And if I remember correctly, Barthen's Provision was a slightly Irish accent, or was it a hillbilly accent? Was she more of a...
Second.
What's that?
Was that the first or second we went to?
The second one was Minnesota.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It was Irish.
I think it was Irish.
Irish.
All right, so it's probably Irish. So you walk
It
in
is
the
now.
door, and Elmina Berthen, I will write it down. So she's Irish now. Barthen equals Irish. All right, so you walk in the door, and Elmina Barthen is standing there waiting for you, kind of, oh yeah, it's because she had very red hair, like big curly red hair, and smiles across. Oh, you finally made it up, have you? Good, come on in, come on in. It's good to see you. Oh, you've got some toys for me. Now, normally, I don't tend to keep this kind of stuff in public view, but it seems like every one of these you took off the hands of all of those Redbrands. We've got quite a bit here. Let's see. I'm assuming that you went through and you grabbed all of the equipment that was everywhere in the dungeon as well, things that were dropped by things. So she looks at them. Goes, well, I don't tend to keep this type of thing in stock, but I've talked to Lion Shield Coster across the way, and Linnell Greywind and I have decided to go in together on this. So, I have a little bit more disposable income than she does. So, I'll be taking them off your hands, if you don't mind. And with all of this said and told, between everything, I think I can do 300 gold pieces. Sildar clears his throat. I'm getting to it. Plus, the money that Sildar says he owes you. So, I don't normally give this much out. So, do me a favor. Don't say that you got this from me. You can take it in store credit as well, if you'd like. But between that and the money that Sildar owes you, that will be 500 pieces of gold.
That's perfect.
And she will put a huge bag of coins on the table for you, a mix of platinum and gold.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll be taking all of these off your hands here. That's many a shorts.
Carmilla's gonna look at Sindri, his mind absolutely exploding. Like, Sindri, I think this is something you need to get used to as an adventurer.
It's so much money and it's ours.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, Sindri will excuse yeah, I think you guys have got this under control, and he'll just like stand outside. He's like, I don't know what to do with this at all. But and step outside.
Alessandra and Carmilla are like, yeah, that's a good amount.
Good. I'm surprised they have so many morning stars.
Each, so it's a good start.
Every bugbear seemed to have
A little bit of
morning
spending
star,
money.
and there were many bugbears.
You know, that explains the scent. I wouldn't have offered you so
I'm
much if I'd
sorry.
known that they were from bugbears. I'm joking.
Oh, sorry.
So,
There was sweetie salt.
is there anything else that I can get you out of this? I'd love to take some of this back and trade you in goods.
I'm looking
kind of
for
good-
a gem.
For gems, you want to go to the minor exchange for that.
Okay.
Everything I have is generally just supplies. Anything from salt to oats to any trail rations to horse tack, things like that. Generally, most of the stuff here is not too expensive. We've even got some toolkits there if you need it. And she goes through everything. Basically, anything in the PHB that costs 25 gold or less, she has stocked. So looking through, you could see there's, yeah.
Can I get like a... What do I want to do? Let's go with like a wood carving kit.
Yeah, absolutely.
She has some little carving knives and stuff. I get a proficiency in artisan's tools at 3rd level as a fighter. Or taking battle master, I get proficiency with artisan's tools. So let's do like carving knives, and she'll pick up whittling.
Yeah, that sounds great. So artisan's tools are going to cost you...
Vampire who whittles steaks.
God.
Oh my gosh.
It's true.
You
It's
need
true.
to
All of it.
understand the danger to avoid it.
This is true.
But you demystify it.
You could grab tons of other stuff like extra clothes, climbing kits, bear traps, things like that you might want.
So, Lyric will be trying to see if they have disguise kit, but I don't know if that's too...
Disguise
for-
kit. Disguise
remember how much
kit
they are
would
either.
be...
might be too expensive.
An entertainer's pack is 40, which is a bit more, but I'm trying to find where the disguise kit is. Hold on. Equipment, gear, and items. There we go. Disguise kit is 25 gold. She has one.
Oh, perfect. Let's grab that. Because
Sure.
I'm proficient in it, and I might as well be able to do that.
And a
Nice.
so that was a, what was the type of kit you were looking for, Carmilla? That you were, it was a,
Like a carving kit? I don't know, wood something.
so like woodcarver's tools. They're a gold.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty
They're
cheap,
gold?
but yeah.
Cool. I will take one of those.
All right, so she will happily do that. She'll take the weapons off your hand and slide them behind the counter. All right. Well, I'll be getting these over to Lion's Head Coaster, or Lion Shield Coaster, when the time's right. But anything else you'd like? Rations, anything for that for the roads?
That seems like a good idea.
Yeah, Sindri's not there, but could like someone pick up rations, like 4 of them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do that.
Sounds good. A day of rations does not cost terribly much. You're looking at, let's see, your rations are 5 silver per day.
Okay, and oh, I don't think Anthea was there when Sildar was talking about how long it takes to get there.
So a couple of days. So it is 50 miles away. However, if you are taking horses, you can generally ride a horse for, I think it's 4 hours, and then I'm trying to remember. It's sled dogs versus, I think you have to rest a horse 1 hour for every 2 hours you ride it, if you're going at a run. So you can travel 6 miles an hour casually on a horse. So you could reach there in an afternoon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you could be there by night if you rode horses. And if you rode fast, you could actually be there in about 4 hours.
Okay, well, let's get 2 days rations per person just to be safe.
Okay. So good. Go ahead
And then we'll have extra food to, like, bribe. bribe.
So that's
things
going to be 2 pieces of gold.
Okay.
All right. You know, I'm sorry that I didn't actually make it to the party last night. I was asleep way early by the time I heard any ruckus going on. But it seems like you had a good time. Especially you, Miss Lyric. You've got a bit of a twinkle in your eye.
Do I?
Oh, yeah. You drink too much?
So I've been told.
You know, here. The first one's on the house. And she'll hand you a small vial.
I'll inspect it, try and get
It's a small vial, about 2 ounces worth of liquid. It's very dark purple and sloshes around with a bit of viscosity.
Do I recognize it?
Make me an Arcana roll.
Do I get advantage for having been attended Candlekeep and been a
Candlekeep people party
university
hard, so
student?
that's a hangover cure.
Okay, cool.
It looks like a particularly potent one you've seen.
Then
Before?
she will chug it. She will knock it back.
Oh,
Did you
man.
make that?
Oh, no, I ordered them in. A lot of miners, they like to, they've got to work all day, then they play all night at the tavern or at the Sleeping Giant. So I like to make sure that I have these in stock. Normally I sell them for a silver each, but for you, the first one's free. And it's going to...
You should take the silver, and she will hand over the price and be like, you do good work.
Tain't gonna argue with
It's
that.
worth
Thank you very much. And it's gonna work. You're immediately gonna perk up, even though your mouth has the worst taste. It is like fermented garlic. And
This takes me back.
and just like it's got a super rich, cloyingly sweet taste with a bitter afterburn.
Yep. There's the bone.
Anything else I can do for you?
I think I'm good.
Good.
Well, thank you so much.
Of
She's
course,
gonna
you're very
bounce,
welcome.
Bounce, bounce.
I've got the horses getting fueled up outside.
Ooh.
Sindri's outside face to face with a horse. Well,
Found
I
them.
see.
One of the there's a stable boy who's out there you know what, there's a stable girl about 8 years old, maybe 9 years old, who is brushing away at this big blonde pigtails cascading down the side of her head as she's going this is precious, this is precious. Precious is the most precious horsey ever.
Oh, and her name's Precious?
Her name's Precious, and this is Lady, and this is Lord.
Okay, wow, these are some lovely horses.
Are you going to be nice to them? I love these horses. I love these horses. They're the best horses in all of Phandelver. They're the best horses in all of Phandelver. They're the best horses in all of the Sword Coast.
We're gonna treat them so well. We're gonna make sure they're well taken care of. And how do they like to be brushed?
Let me show you. And she will give you... Oh, I'm Becca, by the way.
Hi, Becca, I'm Sindri.
And we'll start giving you a show of how to brush the horses perfectly. To be fair, that is a 26 to pet the horses.
Yeah! Not bit yet. Not
Not bit yet. And yeah, she's gonna grow up to be a swarm-keeping druid, Amy. A swarm of horses. Swarm of horses, go! Nay!
That's horrifying. A swarm of horses.
They're tiny horses. Would you rather fight 100 tiny duck-sized horses?
Well, they're horse
Horse
flies.
flies. Yeah. I'm just thinking of the rocking horse flies from I don't know something.
Alice in Wonderland.
That feels like it should have been.
probably. Yeah.
Okay, so the horses are going to like just go hot breath right into your face, and will let you pet it.
Thank you, Becca.
No problem.
As like the next person like comes inside, and he'll feel like, I'm petting a horse. It's like,
Oh, good job. You don't
So
look
it's-
so happy about it. Oh, you're not very happy about it.
I'm very scared.
Okay. I'm gonna stand over here then. She takes like 10 steps backwards.
And Sindri,
Sure, it's fine.
your attention is immediately going to be diverted to the most beautiful sound you have ever heard in your life. The sound of 740 coins clinking in a sack.
Oh. Yeah. So, I've seen this much coin. It's been protected by boats, by crews with sailors. It's been protected by armed guards. And it's ours to spend.
Uh-huh.
Our you could buy a home with that. You could, yeah, so I'm a little.
Do you want to feel it? I guess Anthea has it, so
Sure.
here you go.
Oh, I always do forget how heavy it is.
It's pretty heavy. It was really, really hard
I guess,
to
do
carry.
we want to split it up so that everybody's each carrying their share so that it's not too heavy on one person?
Oh, that could be
Probably
good.
for the best, yes.
Please. So we'll split that up.
Carmilla leans over to Alessandra and go, I was going to offer him my share, but I think it might be a little overwhelming for him.
Just a little. And
Oh, there it is.
Are you taking the horses?
But
Yeah.
it's going to be expensive to repair that arm that my aunt left.
Yes, Becca, we're going to be taking the horses.
All of you get so lucky. You get Precious and Lady and Lord, and I didn't say yet, but this is Rain, and this is Penelope.
They're such beautiful horses.
Oh, yes, you are. I can talk to them. They understand me.
Well, then I suppose you should assign which one each person is going to ride. Who you think they best fit.
Stand in a row, please.
Oh, okay.
Well obliged.
Yep.
All right, she's gonna give you all the once over, like really, like marching up and down your row, like she's a general. And it's going to like look up and down at Lady Alessandra, and they're gonna go.
Rain. Rain would be the best one for you. She is strong and passionate and also a very, very pretty pony.
I can see that.
And she turns to Anthea.
Lady. Because when you grow up, you're
Okay.
going to be a wonderful lady too.
Oh, well, thank you for the confidence in me. I appreciate that.
Yes, of course. And then you. You with the beautiful white skin. Let me clarify. You with the long hair, and no, you in the red. You,
I think she means you, Carmilla.
yes. Yes, Carmilla, you're getting Penelope because she too is a mistress of the night.
And she's a very pretty black pony.
I'm concerned that you understand that you know that phrase, but thank you.
Because you're both wearing dark clothes.
I think she doesn't necessarily know it in the tone of voice that many people do.
Okay. I was concerned about the mistress part, but yes. Thank you, Becca.
You get Lord Kuthira boy.
Perfect. Thanks. Great.
And Penelope, Penelope is the same color as you, Miss Tiefling. So you get her. Also, she is very sassy, and you remind me of something sassy. I don't know why.
Could you tell her to stop eating my hair?
No.
Good to know. Pulls hair out of horse's mouth.
You hear?
It's like the dam is like.
Which one did Carmilla get?
Carmilla got Penelope. No,
Yes, you just gave Penelope to Lyric, though.
I did. Oh, sorry. Who did I give to?
You doubled Penelope.
I did double Penelope. So, as part of me, Precious. So, Lyric gets Precious. Thank you. My bad.
Because Lyric is precious.
She likes you.
Aw.
Not you get Lord
licking, like going, like licking the glaze off the horn.
She's licking the glaze off the horn, which means something completely different in Baldur's Gate.
Oh my goodness.
All right. We're going to smash cut to you leaving the horse and kind of like wiping your horn off as you enter the mining exchange. Because it would be...
Gems.
You have some gems. You make it inside of the mining exchange. The door shuts behind you. And you'll hear from behind the back area. Yeah, I'll be with you in just a minute. Oh, it's you. How y'all doing? Says Halia as she wanders around the side of the bar. What can I do
Good.
for you?
I have some stones that I need to get appraised, and I'm also looking for a special gem. Has to be real faceted.
I see. Well, this is the mining exchange, so if you're going to bring gemstones anyway, this is the place to be.
Perfect.
All right, put your stones on the table. Let's see what we can get for them.
Okay. And then there were just some semi-precious stones that Anthea had picked up.
Sounds good. Let me just double check them. Did you...
You said 75 gold at the time.
I did. How many of them were there? There were 2 or 3?
I think there were 3.
Let's see. Oh, you also found a gold earring set as well.
Oh, that's right. She doesn't have that, though.
That's true. Okay, so looking through here, I believe it was 3, yeah. And then you guys didn't go in there. 2 garnets worth 10 gold each. There were also
Perfect.
those.
Okay.
So she'll take a look at it and she'll... Huh. Oh, these are pretty good. Let me see. Citrine, that... I could probably do about 150 for all 5 of them.
Sure, that sounds good.
Do you want to make an insight roll before you say that?
Sure.
I definitely would like
you know
to,
what?
because I would like to investigate this place a little bit while we're here.
Absolutely. So give me the insight roll first, and then make the investigation roll.
19 for insight.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Anthea's not going to, but she will probably be
she's
cut
getting
off.
she's getting undersold on that significantly. You'd say she's getting about
Okay.
60%.
Oh. Now, are you sure that's the best you can do? Some of those are very high quality. You should know as a miner.
One might even call me a major. Why? What do you think they're worth?
I think they're worth another 50%.
Another 50%.
Whoa.
Make me a persuasion roll.
She's overshooting for sure.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Not great. 9.
Okay.
I'll add my determination and make it an 11.
An 11. Okay, so she's gonna look at that and she's like, "Look, not on your life.
Oh.
But did you bring me that letter?"
Oh, that's a good question.
I could be persuaded to if you brought me that.
Is Sildar with us?
Sildar is not with you.
Okay. Gonna look at Sindri, probably say, Sindri, did you give that letter to Sildar?
No. What does for?
I don't believe
Wait.
we can part with it at this time.
I think 150 is probably the best I could do for this, unless you've got something else to throw into the pile. But what was the thing you were looking for, dear?
A gem.
Mhm.
Quite faceted. Out of character, I'm looking for a gem worth at least 100 gold.
Okay. A
Gem or crystal worth at least 100 GP.
Okay.
I'll know it when I see it.
All right. She'll
That'd
pull out
be
a
perfect.
she'll pull out a velvet lined tray covered in gems.
Whoa.
And sure enough, there will be one there. Do you want to describe what it looks like?
Yeah. So, Anthea's gonna look over all of them. They're all really pretty and glistening, but that's the one. I think that's the one. And she's gonna point out a gem that's roughly about like palm stone sized, but kind of more almost in the shape of a heart with lots of facets, and it's a garnet probably or something red, deep red.
Okay. A garnet's probably going to be the one that's more affordable than a ruby, that's for sure, at that size.
Yeah.
Well, I can sell you that one for 150. We can just call it even. Do an even exchange.
150.
Do you want to make me an insight roll?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ka-cha. That's not good.
It's
Can I
8.
help her?
Yeah, you can
giving
say-
her
you
an
can-
eye?
you can
Can
help.
we
You can-
collectively help her?
elbow
Like-
her to give her
Oh.
advantage.
Ooh. Nat 20.
Nat 20. So you're like, that's only worth 100 gold. And wait a minute, the other ones are worth 250. You suddenly, like, the cash register noise in your head goes off. Cha-ching.
Oh, hey. I think what we had was worth more too. Is that what I was getting from it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Caitlan's confused because Caitlan's really tired.
She basically is trying to get an extra, like, 250 gold out of you.
Oh. Well, no.
Well, Anthea, we could always hold on to it and just go back to Neverwinter. It's not that far away.
I guess that's true.
We're gonna be in the
Might
area.
have more selection for you.
That's true. Okay.
What do you think it's worth to you, then?
Well, 100 gold.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Should get the diamond and 150 for payment.
That is not great.
Well, if you guys are
That's
working
an-
together, you can take advantage
Oh, that would be great.
to just browbeat and bully her.
Yeah. Plus, we're the heroes.
Ellasandra's, we could just go somewhere else.
That was really good.
Neverwinter.
That was really good.
She's like, I don't care what the shopkeeper thinks of me.
So, Anthea kind of does because she also wants to set up a shop. But anyway, there'll be 19 then.
Okay. You know, maybe I should take another look at these. You know, they're kind of dusty. I should have cleaned them off a bit better, but, you know, you did take them from there. Give me a second to reappraise what you have here.
Okay.
Let me actually get my lens out. She pulls out one of those little eye things and starts investigating it.
I don't want to go back to Neverwinter. This one's so good. It's perfect.
Alessandra is going to whisper, though, in Anthea's ear. You also don't want them to think they can take advantage of you, especially if you're trying to set up a shop here. You need to
All right, tell you what.
firm but fair.
I guess that's true. Yes?
With the appraisal fee and getting these moved, why don't we just call it a wash? 100 gold for that. And I think these on close inspection are closer to about 225. I undervalued one of them on my calculations and forgot to carry the additional citrine. So, with that said, how about we just do an exchange and an additional 125 gold on top of the garnet.
You got a deal.
That sounds good. So you're a little overcharged, but not terribly much. So she'll shake your hand and say, "It's wonderful doing business with you.
Yeah, you too.
If you find any more gems, be sure to bring them in. And if you find those notes and decide to part with them, never would hurt to have something like that to pass up to my superiors. I'd love to get a little more support in this town for its safety and security."
What organization are you with?
I'm with the mining exchange.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're pretty much the closest thing this town has to a government authority. I mean, you can't really trust Harbin Wester to do any of that stuff. It comes to me eventually. I'm even the one that notarized the transfer of deed for your aunt's place to you.
Seem like an important person to know. Appreciate doing business with you.
I appreciate doing business with you. At least I could do for the heroes of Phandelver.
My snooping check was a 16.
16?
Or sorry, 15. 15.
Okay, 15. You're going to kind of lean behind the bar, and you're going to start to see there's a little bit of something flaky on the ground. And you can see that there, behind the counter, there is like a trapdoor, just barely visible from the outside of like a little rug that's covering most of it. But right next to it, you are going to see just a tiny bit of what can only be snake skin. Can I help you? You looking behind the bar for something? Is there anything that I could get for you?
You have so many interesting pieces of stone here. I'm used to only seeing granite.
You must come from a horrible place.
I do.
Welcome to Phandelver. It's a much nicer place.
I'm sure it will be.
And
so I'm gonna go get the horses.
Carmilla, I want you to do me a favor, and having looked at that, I want you to make me a nature roll to see if you can identify that.
Oh, not good, guys. That's a 9. I'm gonna use my determination that random bought me and make it an 11.
Make it an 11. It's no type of snake that it's not normal. There's something about that coloration that just, especially the little chunk of scale wasn't cylindrical entirely. It was almost like it started to branch out into like maybe a lizard or something like that, because it looked like it had some type of appendage coming off the side of it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But that's the best you can do. Chris is freaking out because he's like, I know this.
You
Anyway,
good?
She'll make a note of it and bring it up to the folks later, but for now,
I have a safe trip, okay?
we will.
Gathering up your party. I don't think there's anything else in town you were looking to do. Oh, was there?
Would the draft be willing to give us the map if we were willing to go investigate the gravesite on the way back from Thunder Tree?
If you head over to Eldermouth, he'll happily give you the map. He'll also say, "Did you lose this?"
Hi guys, how's it going? I'm making waffles.
Oh,
Good, he found his way to you.
Oh, you made it safe. That's good.
Yeah. Mr. Eldermouth's a really nice guy, as it turns out. He ain't killed goblins in at least a decade.
Perhaps slightly more.
Oh, that's lovely.
That may change soon. You never know.
Oh, you're such a kidder.
As Droop continues cooking waffles.
Oh, Droop.
Here,
No, we didn't lose anything. It's exactly where we left
look.
it.
I just wanted to say that you've done a lot of great work around here. And what I'm asking you to go do is dangerous. Darren leans closer, his hair falling in front of his face, and he says, I'd intended to give you this as a gift upon returning. But it doesn't make much sense for me to give you something that could actually help you achieve the goal after you've achieved it. I trust you. And I trust Lady Alessandra and the Baraquel line to achieve their goals and to follow their word. So here, I'm not sure if they match anyone's outfit. And he'll reach back and hand you a pair of boots. And they are absolutely lovely. And are very light leather boots that he passes over to you and will say, well, they have been very useful to me in my adventuring days, but those are a bit behind me. You'll find that they make you quite light on your feet.
Interesting.
I'm already
I believe that they're colloquially what's known as boots of springing and striding.
Wow.
Oh, hey, I think I'm going to fix your pump over here. It's not bringing enough water in. I think if I recalibrate some of the pipe fittings, it'll...
I have to go. He's going to try to rebuild my entire kitchen at this rate, and I can't. I can't. I can't.
We'll have to share notes later.
Yeah, that sounds good. Bang, 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 bang.
Quick
Well, our
question.
work here is done as
Yes.
well.
Reminder, Christine, what was the real name of Glassstaff?
It was Yarno Albrecht.
Yarno. Elisandra's gonna go one moment and follow him real quick.
Yes?
Yarno Albrecht. If
I
you
see.
meet him, do not trust him.
I did meet him. He gave me a bad vibe, I think your generation says.
From his own mouth, he says he murdered my aunt. Poison. Do not risk it. We will be hunting him later.
Then I wish that you bring him to justice, whatever that justice may be.
Figured I might put him within my aunt's reach.
Oh, piteous knave. The hells would be more comfortable than what that woman will do to him when she gets her hands upon him.
That's the impression I've been getting of her. I wish I could have met her.
I think you would have liked her quite a bit. After you were done screaming and crying. She had a habit of bringing that out in people.
Could have been fun having somebody to scream at.
Speaking of which, Droop, get away from my septic tank! With that, you gather your... Back on the road, you find yourselves... was there anything else you wanted to do before heading off? Lyric.
I will just say that I wanted to check and see, because I know there were some places that had potions of Cure Wounds, aside from the temple. I think at this point, Lyric wants to go dump some of her gold into that, just so that we have some.
I
I
think...
think it was the first place we went, and they said they had like one or two, but they were expensive.
Yeah, I think they were 75 gold each.
Yeah.
I think it was Lion Shield Coster had them.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so that's the one with the woman from Canada.
Yeah.
So
I think Lyric would really, really like to have another potion of healing kicking around.
sure,
Just in case.
you burst open the door, and as you do, you're going to see that she juts her head out from behind the counter and goes, "Oh, hey, how's it going, eh? Congratulations, and thank you for getting a hold of all of those weapons. They were just brought over. I'm going to keep them in the back room and only give them to people who are worthy, eh? You know, just like that hammer I've heard so much about. A boot. Sorry. I lost my... I'm losing my accent being down here. I'm actually originally from up north, you know, by the spine of the world. I'm from Icewind Dale. Oh, heck yeah, from the 10 Towns.
Nice. So about that potion of cure wounds, of healing.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 of them.
Sure. Now, I could... I'll take one of them, please.
Of course, I've got them priced for 75 gold right now. How much you got that on you?
Yes, I do. I do. Here.
Oh, you're all right. You're looking fit as a fiddle. Or you're looking but with a couple of strings loose. Did you get plucked last night? If I might say so myself.
No.
Eh? Are you sure?
No.
You know, I saw one of the
I think so.
All right, so a potion.
Please.
Of course.
And Lyric will take out the 75 gold from the chunk that she just got handed, and we'll just put that amount directly on the counter.
Oh wow! So they're the adventure in life's treating you well, is it?
Well,
You're
I've
not gonna-
just started.
Are you gonna try to haggle at all?
At this point, no. She just wants to get out of here. She's like, we have to
Alright.
go. We're already on our way out.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that's going to be one potion for you, and I'm excited to see what you do in the future.
Yes, thank you very much. Goodbye. Have a good day. And she's just gonna
Don't go breaking
basically
more
be like-
hearts out there, okay?
Just
Oh, hey, Lyric, if you don't mind me asking. And you'll hear footsteps behind you as the rest of you are already on your horses, ready to head to the north, and the door bursts open, and Linene Greywind leans out and goes, "Before you head out, I have to ask you folks one really important thing, eh? Well, now that you're adventurers, what's your party name?" And I think that is where we're going to call the episode for today. So, folks, thank you so much for tuning in tonight for another episode of Phandelver and Below. We got a heavy roleplay episode out of this one, which is always a lot of fun. Did you guys enjoy that?
Yeah. You got my gem. I got my gem. I'm so excited.
You got a little bit of shopping. Everybody, figure out your party name. I think your party name should be Guidance or something like that, because
That's
you keep
pretty good.
guiding people into reforming.
Guidance counselor.
No, we're the passersby.
The passersby. Perfect. Hey, folks, if you want to watch more Dork Tales, we're going to be back. We're over on our Patreon tomorrow night with the season finale, of the year finale, of Strixhaven, A Curriculum of Chaos. So you definitely want to tune into that if you're on the Patreon. If you're not, it's only $5 a month US to go ahead and get all of that early access stuff up to 3 months in advance for a lot of stuff, even more for things like Alien, before the SAG-AFTRA strike ends at least. And it really helps support the channel directly. On Wednesday, we're back here with How to Run Chapter 7, Part 1 of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. On Thursday night is The World Below, a very special mini-series. Friday, we're doing some off-camera recording, or off-stream recording of Hunter the Vigil Summons, our legal procedural drama. Right, and then on Saturday we have. Do we do something on Saturday? Are we busy this week, or is it? Oh, I'm off. We're off the Saturday, but we're back on Sunday with another episode of Dreams of Arcos, our homebrew Greco-Roman Feywild adventure, which you should all join us to join. Besides that, I want to thank everybody who supports this, our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games, our affiliate link with Bones Coffee, and of course, our patrons, like the amazing divine producer, my mom and stepdad, which just is So weird to say, but I love them both. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. To our demonic producer, Precarious, who I hope is feeling better after a really rough weekend, and Extra Life as well. Our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric and the Ink Goblin, and of course, our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Buddy, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Chef Eladeth, Larouk, Sorcerer Sanguine, and Mike Baxter. You're all amazing. And those of you who are watching are amazing. I hope to hear from you soon. Leave me a comment. I'm trying to respond to most of them this week. And players, I love you so much. You ready to go and have adventures next week on Phandelver and below?
Let's go.
Let's go! Good night, everybody.